So Rory got her first COVID shot.
Good. My
That's
little
good
sister
news.
got hers a couple weeks ago. So
Is Emma getting hers anytime soon? Or are you guys waiting off a little bit?
We're holding out for Moderna because it just has better stats, and they're they've announced that they're kind of worried about. I mean, Emma's not too bad because it mostly affects men, but there is yeah, heart side effects.
Mhm.
So, and Moderna is just statistically the better shot. So,
Yep, yep. We read about that and everything too, and he gave the heads up and everything and da da da. But because we're going to Arizona with a whole bunch of not nice people, that's Aaron's side of the family, and we're gonna have to
yeah,
be in an airplane going to Arizona, which is a state of not so nice people. We decided, we can't wait. As much as I'd like to wait, like I'll probably get it for her in January. We have to get it done because her second shot is going to be on December 4th. So that means she's effectively immunized, whatever the fuck the word is, by the 18th, which is right before Christmas, and we're leaving right after Christmas. Like we don't really have breathing room, so because we're flying out on like the 28th, I think, of December or 27th. So this is
I'm
one of
flying out
those.
on a Wednesday.
Hmm?
Yeah,
Oh
on the
yeah,
Wednesday
I forgot.
before.
I forgot you're coming with me.
You realize I'm in the wedding?
Yeah,
Like I'm a groomsman.
well, I keep forgetting that you're in the wedding too. Well, you weren't at the bachelor party because Sam's graduation, so I forgot. So
I know.
uh,
Even Eric's like, dude, you even get an invite? I'm like, no. I paid for the damn suit. I spent the money for this goddamn flight on New Year's, motherfucker. You can, just
well, I want
thousands
the
of
pretty
dollars.
piece of paper to hang on the wall. That's what I
That's right.
want.
That's right. That better be one really good fucking gift.
Did you see what Dave's wife did above their couch? Granted, it's probably changed over the years, but what they originally did, because all their friends were getting married around the same time. Like they got married a couple months after me. You know what I mean? So you've been to Dave's house before, the condo in uh uh or is it Quincy?
Do you know how long ago that was?
So then you probably saw it, but you've been there. Were you there at the birthday party where we had to watch The Hand of Mana or whatever it was called?
Yes,
Oh
yes.
boy, I
All I
passed the
all I
fuck
remember
out.
is a terrible movie in a Sailor Moon room. Okay, that's all I remember.
Oh, got that Sailor Moon collection. Oh boy. Oh
And
boy.
and an obstacle course that sold you tacos before you went into the obstacle course, which sounds absolutely like a horrible idea to me.
Oh yeah, Kit Boga or something like that.
Botoborg or something like that.
Botaborg, yeah.
It's like,
Still
here,
is
eat
nice.
this food that's going to make you shit your pants while you do activities that make you shit your pants. That's good. Yeah,
I mean,
it's
I
good.
didn't eat
And they're
that
going to lock
food.
you in the room. But
What sucks for whoever's in your team. I got kicked out of your team and put with the nerds. So it was so weird. It was so awkward. I was like, seriously?
they weren't even nerds. They were just bad at being like social. Like that doesn't
No,
automatically make you a nerd.
no,
That
they were
just makes
bad
you
at being
bad.
human. That's they were like
Yes.
they were like aliens that were like come down and like this is how humans behave. I was like, oh man.
Yes. It was like the trial version of Zuckerberg. Like there was just plastic robot. Like
That one kid, he was so greasy. He would try to climb stuff, and I'm like, I now no longer can grip this object. It's so greasy. I can't.
so you guys were just sabotaging it for the people after you. That's good.
I was getting sabotaged. Anyways, what was I saying?
uh,
I don't know. We're talking about Eric's wedding and
Yes,
drugs.
I'm going anyway. But I
Yeah,
have to
I
leave
forgot.
the day after. Like it's Emma's birthday the day after. So
Wait, so January 2nd's her birthday?
yes.
Oh, I'm terrible.
I know. I have one of those kids where I have to spend so much money at the end of the year because I have to not make it look like we're combining birthday and Christmas. It's terrible. If anybody can avoid it, avoid it.
So Nick, I just want to let you know, I don't want you to have to deal with the extra carry-on crap. So we'll just give you Emma's gift after the wedding. Just, that just works. That sound good? Yeah, there we
Yeah,
go.
they're not going. So Emma and Sam are staying here because we
Oh, really?
decided.
You chose not to?
Yeah,
Oh.
yeah,
I didn't have that option. Brittany and Rory are also in the wedding.
sucker.
Yeah. That wasn't an option that I could choose.
Well, we were like, are we going to spend thousands of dollars and have fun down in Arizona, or are we just going to wait till I get back and spend money on birthday fun up here? And that's what
Well,
we're going to
we're
do.
going to the Grand Canyon, so that's the plan at least. Is if everything goes well, we're gonna hang out that first day, see Rena and Cryptic. I think I'm seeing them the day after the wedding or whatever, not the day before. I honestly, that's a Brittany thing, and she should tell me so I can coordinate with them. But whatever. And then
I don't even know who they are.
Rena, yeah, you know Rena, you met her before.
How many times has this exact conversation happened about Rena? I swear it's almost every other week this is mentioned. And it's the
He
same
always
dialogue.
names drops for people I
It's the
don't
same
know, and I'm like,
dialogue.
Rena's
No,
not a
it's-
name drop. She's Rena.
I don't
No,
know.
but-
I'm not like, have you?
Well, I don't
heard of
remember her, so sorry,
Rena?
Rena. Not that important.
No, but like it's the same thing Scott says. And then Nick says the same thing, and Scott replies with the exact same thing.
That's
I
my
think some-
memory cell.
That's because we both have ADD and we will never remember this conversation.
Someone go back in the VODs. I'm 100% sure this is the exact transcription.
Can somebody prove Cell correct by finding all of the clips of this in the VODs and then just splice them together in one Boomer VOD?
I swear it's
Joey, we
true.
have a project for you.
That's
Oh,
so
the
fun.
boomerang. So and just cycle it back. I'm sure it's there. But that might confuse Jake. So
oh. I was doing a Jake impersonation before we went live, so Jake, it was on point.
and it sounded kind of like dirty British.
I mean,
Fair.
I look forward to
That's
hearing it in the next break.
what? Crikey. Don't know if I can get it up myself.
Dirty British to me, Scott. Please.
Dirty Brit- Oh, okay.
Oh Jesus.
Oh, all right. Hi, Sal. Hi. Hi.
My charger unplugged. Okay.
Okay.
How do we plug it in? Trying to charge my phone. Okay. It's been a
where
long
did-
day.
Where did we leave off last? One last thing. So sorry before we jump into it. So sorry. I just found out on a conference call with work today that my schedule for work is not changing in 2 weeks. It's changing next week. So I'll be announcing probably Wednesday-ish, like the various alterations that I'm gonna have to do to the stream schedule for the next, like, say 6 or 7 weeks, including Eric's wedding and whatnot. So I'll after tomorrow, so probably Wednesday, I'll post Wednesday or Thursday. I'll post the changes that'll happen for the next several weeks, just to get us through Q4, because gotta love America. All right, I'm sorry, Sal. You were kindly reminding us where we left off, and I interrupted you.
I was gonna say, how about the two people that did a lot last session go? Because I didn't play much. Jake, Nick, do you want to tell?
So you want to get your words in now then, Sal? Sure, go ahead.
No, I'm saying
I don't know if they're already complaining about wasting time, so and we don't want to listen to Cell prattle on for 3 hours about his, gay brother who's really the king of his country, and
What the
I don't
fuck?
know. There's some weird like stepbrother got
There
caught
is
in the
not.
dryer
Wait,
action.
what?
I don't know. What I
This
do
is
know
nuts.
is I straight up fucking crushed a motherfucker last time. That's right. Ran him down like a bunch of dogs. Fucking red mongrel bitches. I don't know. That's all I remember. And Jake's giant got his ass kicked.
fucking
Just
nerd.
just
I felt
murder
bad about
stomped.
that one. I won't lie. I felt bad about the giant.
And
Not that
then-
bad. It was cool
yeah.
to kill him, but a
He
little
got
bad.
slaughtered.
And then Jake went all Cannibal, and yeah.
Oh, cool thing for Jake and Nick is, obviously you won't know this, but obviously Cell does. The Patreon campaign that I do on Saturday evenings, as they're starting a new campaign this upcoming Saturday, and they're going to be doing a not kingdom building campaign, but includes some mass combat rules. So we're going to be able to fiddle and try out, because one of the cool things I'm able to do with the Patreon campaigns is not just expand on you guys' stories and like build up some shit around you and so on and so forth, but can also like kind of like sample some rules. And we're going to be fiddling with some different mass combat mechanics to make it feel a little bit more like a chessboard style. So so we can have some really cool like position of one army versus the next could like affect the overall battlefield, stuff like that. And with Cell being a history major, it makes it a little bit better because he can bring his knowledge
You
of.
always get this
Oh,
wrong.
I'm just kidding, Cell. I said it on
Okay.
purpose. I know.
Okay, no, but you say that. All right, but how many times
Because
have you said it wrong?
I know I screwed it before, but I remember now. Oh,
I'm a history minor. All right, just so chat knows.
yeah. All right. So somebody dropped the trump card 6 minutes ago.
Oh shit, I'm lucky. You are a history bottom. Whatever you say, Honor. Okay, you're on the losing end of all history. Being
Okay.
Italian and all.
Okay. Awesome.
They haven't been good since before 0 AD.
So my apologies. I know we all got a little wonky here, including Nick mostly. Do you want to catch us back up where we left off? And
Yeah, sure. Last session we mobilized our forces to fight the Red Mongrel. Jake and Nick's armies went and crushed scouts surrounding Vosk and figured out that their plan is to lure us into a valley between hills and murder us. Since we know this, we will not fall for their strategy, since if anyone retreats, we will not follow them. But we do know there is a 50 to 100 sized army to the east of Vosk, southeast of Vosk. So the plan is currently Tessel and Elia are marching an army currently north to Skull to recruit their aid in the fight against the Red Mongrel. And then they're going to destroy this large 50 to 100 sized army that's theoretically southeast of Vosk. And then I think we plan on laying low for the rest of winter because we don't really have plans of walking into the hills right into the Red Mongrel's trap.
Although we still have to resolve Nick's spy in that possibly is going into Ost.
Yes, that is also true.
actually, that spy probably should be done first before we take really any other steps, because you guys have to wait for your armies to properly mobilize and meet up over there. And those switcheroos, we already did like I said a couple days will have to pass, or whatever it was, right? And part of those days passing, we started. Jesus. We started with like actually moving of the soldiers, right? So you see that I believe Jake has already switched out his army, right? Is that what we said?
Yes, or I think he is currently switching his army. I think they just arrived on like the turn we're on.
Yeah. And you're still moving your armies right here. That's right, because we actually moved you up from, I think you were here before, and we moved you up to here. And one of the things that we're going to be doing this session is also having you
meet with Skull for the first time.
Meet with Skull, yeah, the proper meeting with Skull. So we're going to have a couple of things going on. Actually, Cell got ignored the most last session, so I'd rather start off with Cell and how things go there, and then we'll move on to Nick's what's it called? Spy, and then we can do the first of the kingdom rolls, which will be Cell's kingdom rolls, because of the amount of time that's passed. And then we'll kind of like keep pushing on from there. All right, so he's always first to finish anyway. That's true. He actually is the first to finish. So because he's always first in line. Thank you, Cell. All right, cool. So where we left off, Nick, were you bringing in your second army, or were you leaving them behind?
I'm leaving them behind.
And Jake, I believe, like we just said before, I was in the middle of transitioning. I think to make your life easy, we more or less just said the transition. Did we already say it finished, or?
More or less.
Yeah, because you're actually leading your own army? No. What's the fuck is
no.
leading the army? That's right. He's right here. So, so what are you bringing in? Just remind me, Jake. Were you doing the full 100? Were you bringing everything? Like,
Yeah, I can't split them. So
you're bringing the full 100.
I have 20 in the capital, and I have the 100.
Okay, what 20 is in the capital? Your second army?
Yeah.
Okay, and so you're not just bringing 100. You have 100, and you have his 20 as well, right? Because he has a specialized group that he's able to pull up with him.
No. They are in the capital.
Gotcha. Okay, I feel like you didn't properly move your army all the way, because your proper army moves how slow?
One.
Okay,
Well,
yeah.
they were here, weren't they?
That wasn't his proper army. His proper army usually sits down here on the border at this big ass fort.
Jake said he
No,
wanted to.
we moved them when
Prior to?
everything
Okay,
happened.
my apologies.
He kept 50 in each city.
That sounds accurate. I just couldn't, again, rattle. All right, moving on. So let's just finish up where we were. So Sel, your grand diplomat's going to grease the wheels for you.
Yeah.
She gets there ahead of you. So this is after 1 day passing. She gets there. You get here. This allows your characters over here to if everybody's fully formed together, that allows your characters over here to, if you want to, move on to this field and attack it. Or if you'd rather wait a day of just spying to see any more details you can about that, you're welcome to do that as well. Scouting on the field over here, which you already knew beforehand that it's going to be another army of at least 10, which is probably 20 again, right? Just like the other 2 hills you guys conquered so far. That's to Jake and Nick.
Mm-hmm.
So did you want to spy on them, or did you want to move in on them?
I think Nick was doing scouting while the armies were switching over.
Nick, you are muted if you're trying to talk to us.
Yeah, scouting is always the preferred option.
Okay. So so you do one more round of scouting for like this last day before you guys actually move into the actual battle, which next day, as Sel is walking into Skull, you'll be walking onto the field of battle. Your spy will be returning back. The next day, IRL day in game, IRL in game day will be like an intense one. It'll also be like the day of the kingdom rolls, all that fun shit. While Nick is getting together his scouting roll, I do want to say that
+8. Okay.
I don't remember. Can't remember what I was gonna say.
You're gonna do the spy thing?
Yeah, I knew that part, but that's fine. All right, here we go. A 22 is pretty freaking solid. A 22 is pretty solid for your scouting. Now remember, your characters that are doing the scouting are also trying to remain hidden. They have to roll a camouflage roll as well.
Okay, camouflage roll.
Oh, okay. Whoa. Oh, haha. Yeah, this is a typo.
D120.
I was like, what
my
the?
D120.
I like that number.
Yeah. It's a pretty good roll. Actually, it's below average.
All right, that's your camouflage, right? So, Nick, I'm about to roll my my scouting check to counter yours. Are you did you want to modify that at all? Oh, and before you do modify, let me just check if
Do I have a winnies? I do, I think.
All right, give me 1 second. All right, and Nick, the algorithm's broken. I have to fix it. Give me 1 second. I have to say the algorithm. Sorry, fucking idiot. The API.
Yeah.
Give me 2 seconds. I can fix it. And restart sandbox. Go back over
What do you
here.
guys think? Should I luck it?
I'll be right back. Probably not. It's a 9. I mean, they're gonna have
No, for the initial scouting roll of 22.
Oh. No,
Right.
you're gonna have like a +6 to their roll or something like that.
And do you have winnies?
I think I have
winnie.
1.
I'll be right back.
Okay.
It's cold.
You're good, sir. So Nick, did you want to modify that at all? That you're 11 at all, or are you good? I thought one person had 2 winnies and the other 2 had 1 winnie.
I burned 1, I believe. I got
I
2
have
winnies
2.
and I used 1.
Yeah, I think you and Sel each have 1 because Nick burned 2 last time.
Oh.
Okay, it's a 13.
24.
Beautiful.
I have 2.
Oh,
You have 2 and they each have 1 because Nick
Yeah,
burned 2
yeah.
last session. All right, here we go. Ooh. That's a 13 versus a 12, Nick. There's a 25% chance you beat me because Ty is good at PCs. And there's a 75% chance that I beat you if I roll.
Oh,
And I
you're
can't-
gonna daddies it too, aren't you?
Well, I mean, look at how many I have.
Oh my god. He rolls a 4.
That's unlucky.
So this is the way it plays out, Nick. Your scouts, they're gonna know that they got made. You know what I mean? Because there's gonna be pock shots and whatnot at them, which kind of will alert chain reaction, alert others to the area. You're keenly aware that this is kind of the thing that's gonna play out. But before that happens, you actually are able to, with your very successful scouting check of a fucking 22. That's absolutely amazing. I don't know why I'm cussing so much, but with a 22 there, you're actually going to realize that these scouts have had enough time up on this hill. They've probably been up on this hill for a long time. This is probably one of the first hills that they took before they took Vosk, right? Or as they were taking Vosk, and it's the last one you guys approached, et cetera, et cetera. They are anchored into this hill. You can tell that even though they're only 20 soldiers approximately, they are so knuckled into this hill. They have extra defenses and whatnot kind of put in place. They have like what are they called? Extra fortifications and one that they've kind of dug for themselves. They've kind of entrenched themselves into the area. So your very successful scouting check does two things. One, it lets you know about the incredible amount of fortifications they have there. And two, it lets you know that those fortifications are specifically designed to approach and attack them from either the west or the southwest. It does not. It is not as effective against either the northwest or the backsides, right? So if you imagine that two of those hexes are very two faces of the hex are very fortified, one is kind of fortified, the other three are open. Just basic hill mechanics, right? Awesome. By the way, hi Ano, how you doing, sir? I haven't seen you live in chat in a long time. I hope you're doing well, and I hope you enjoyed the rest of your fall season. You're in Germany. I'm sure it's already cold. So, back to you, Nick. Exactly what whoever's pointing out. I think it's Cel's pointing out. So, that's what you're able to get with your scouting. Were you doing anything, Jake, with while he was scouting, or are you just kind of hanging back and licking your fingers off the bones of who you've already?
I was marching, so we'll get there. I'd say while he's scouting. You know what I mean?
Okay, cool. Then Cel, your Grand Diplomat got there while that was happening, got there this day. You're getting there the next day. Could you go ahead? Your Grand Diplomat is going to have to roll for me a diplomacy check. Yeah. Now, clicking over here real quick, you actually have for your diplomacy modifier, let's see, advisor tasks. No. Kingdom notes? Kingdom notes.
Yeah, well, they're friendly with me.
Friendly's a very that's kind of friendly is not the easiest thing to get your hands on. So let's go over a couple of details. First of all, the kingdom size is 5. It is not a huge kingdom. So you're gonna go ahead and change the size part of this to a 5.
I am neutral. Chaotic neutral for now. Gonna shift that eventually. They are neutral. So my DC is a 22.
Hold on. Kingdom size change to a 5.
It is.
Oh, I'm so sorry. I was looking at the wrong one. Relationship modifier. Actually, let me pull up the rules. There's literally a reference link right here.
You have the attitude modifier that's already on the bottom.
Do I really? What was I?
Well, you have attitude mod. I don't know the difference between that and relation mod.
Yes, there are two different things. Yes, they are.
Oh,
relationship modifier is if you have treaties with allies or so on and so forth, but you don't. Okay, cool. So we're gonna skip that. So none of that stuff. So good, evil, law, chaos. So these people are they're not true neutral. They're not
yes, they are.
Are they? Did I define that beforehand?
Yeah. Okay, cool. Yeah, you told me.
I wrote it right there. Yeah. Size is 5.
Well,
yep, you're good.
On my known nations, I wrote down everything you told me.
No, you are 100% accurate, sir. Yeah. So, and do you want to spend any BP on this relation? Okay.
I beat the check by over 10.
Well then. So
her modifier, to be clear, Aaliyah's modifier is higher than the DC.
That's good. That's because you're dealing with a small kingdom. All right. Hey, chat. If you think that Aaliyah is a little too broken of a character, and you feel like you need to do something about this, I just want to let you know Keegan is not in chat right now.
Hey,
Keegan will not know what's going on. Keegan is so far behind on this campaign that you can go ahead.
No, he's not. He's caught up. You're lying. Don't lie to Keegan.
You can go ahead and take care of things, and he won't know for weeks. So just so you're aware. He can't even get mad at me because he doesn't know that this conversation's happening.
Cool. Man.
All right. Moving on. So when you beat the DC by a ridiculous amount, the activating this diplomacy, where is it? These factors also influence generally increasing a DC by 5 for every outer. No. Where is the friggin' when you beat it by 5 or more?
Is that under diplomacy?
Yeah, it's under the diplomacy edict. It's somewhere in this massive text. I'm just trying to read it real quick.
Are you sure it's not under normal diplomacy rules?
No, because this is through kingdom modifiers.
Okay.
Diplomacy edict, representative of diplomacy edict, alignment difference allows for alignment difference, 1 step, 15 steps.
So it lets you make treaties unbalanced if you beat them in the skill rolls.
That's when you do the opposed skill rolls, not what you're doing right now.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure it's supposed to change their attitude 1 step closer to being friendly, is how it's supposed to be. I'm almost positive that's the rule.
Well, yeah, it probably makes them helpful now.
From where were you before?
Friendly.
Yeah, it would make them helpful. Yep. That's in theory what it's supposed to do. But diplomacy edicts is supposed to cost 1d4 BP for you to get the full benefit.
Then yeah, I'll roll a d4. There's my d4. It's a 4. It's fine. Whatever.
Okay, so you spend the 4 BP. Perfect. So she gets them primed and ready. She gets them all greased up for you, right? Which is absolutely wonderful. That's exactly what you want, sir. Cool.
Oh, you want to know what her army name is? It fits with this. Her army is the envoy of steel and promises.
Stolen promises?
Steel, because they're armored in steel.
Mm-hmm. All right, cool. So over here, we're going to say that another day passes, and on this day is when you're going to go and join in them, and this is where RP is going to start. Nick's going to do his other shit, and they're probably going to attack. Nick and Jake, if you guys want to have a side text-based chat with one another about what your tactics are going to be moving forward, because clearly you guys are going to want to know what to do. So feel free to have that side text-based chat with one another to find out what your tactics are. When I come back to you, you can just tell me what your plan is, okay? So to you, Sel. When you come walking into through the Skull region, because you actually step through some of the area, you step through the plains. One of the things to notice about the plains area that's there is, even though it's not depicted on the actual map for you, there's an actual road that happens to exist there. Now, this road is kind of not the best kept, right? It's an old, beaten down road. It was at one point in time an amount of money was put into it to build it up a bit, and then it's kind of fallen in disarray from what it was beforehand. It's once glory, if you will, but it's still used. Holy shit.
She's so fake.
But it's so, oh god. Jesus, Nick. Not in this chat. The chat room won't be distracting. Not in Zoom chat. So anyways, in Discord. So what was I saying to you, Sal? Sorry. So but it's fallen kind of by the wayside, but it's used often enough by the locals and a couple of merchants that it's actually still pretty maneuverable. So you go walking along this road, and you can notice that even as you travel along this road, you can tell the red mongrel is about. You know the red mongrel is about because you've heard they've heard stories about it. They know the red mongrel is about. My apologies, because they heard stories about it. Despite that fact, there doesn't seem to be any guards on this road. There seems to be like none that are here. It's actually a little bit off-putting for poor Tessel, who's handling this. Could you go ahead and roll me a scouting check as you're finishing up this this trip with your little army up into the capital, if you will?
Okay. So that would just be what? D20 plus my leadership bonus?
D20 plus your leader. No. It's written on your army. If you go into the military tab.
I don't have like the number for Tessel's.
So most likely for your group, its base is 0. Oh, and then you are going to add
my leadership bonus.
Yep.
Okay, so yeah, D20 plus my leadership bonus, which is for Tessel, it's 5 because he's a high level PC. 5. I'm really good at these. That's actually not bad.
Wow, it's actually pretty solid. So one of the things that you notice as you're traveling along there is you actually see that even though the road looks open and undefended, that's just to a not so keen eye. Your military is able to pick out certain points, like choke points. They look like areas where if somebody were to ride through here, they'd probably release boulders and the like rolling down the hills, either side. This isn't quite a chasm you're walking through. This spans multiple miles, but there are many hilled areas. And you can see that there are entrenched small groups inside these hilled areas. If you had to guess with your, we'll say military mind, if you had to guess, these small groups are probably groups of 5, like small groups of soldiers, not like massive armies or anything like that. Enough where they could put up a little bit of a fight and then retreat and inform others of what's going on, rather than actually totally hold off a battle. That being said, when you actually approach the town of Scald itself, this is your first time coming through here, right? When you pass by the town of Scald itself, you can notice that the town of Scald, the capital of Scald, which is called, by the way, Scolding, not Scalding, which is like to burn yourself, but Scolding.
Oh God. I have to write this down.
Yes. Give him 3,
I am
2.
going to my notes and notes
One.
writing. So the capital's, how do you spell it?
Scolding.
Okay. Like skull
Yeah.
with an O.
Like honor, like scolding a child.
Oh, okay. But with a K
Yes.
instead of a C. Okay.
Yes.
Thank you.
Moving on. So you as you approach the thing, one of the things that you notice is that, I mean, this is the thing that this clan does more than anything else is it has a quarry, right?
Yeah.
So that means it has a lot of quality stone readily available to it, whether it be granite that it's pulling out or if it's something softer like a limestone. Everything has its own value, right? So needless to say, this whole town has walls around it. More than just walls around this town, kind of ahead of its time, something that is unusual for this area is it actually has towers that are set around it. Now, this whole town, it's also not squared off like you're probably immediately thinking. The town itself is round in shape, and it has like 5 towers that are built around it. If you were to look at it from the top down, you would see almost like 5 points, like if you were making a 5-pointed star that are set around. And each of these towers have various, arrow slits and whatnot kind of built into them. Now, from a modern perspective, these aren't the best formed towers, best formed, castle walls, so on and so forth. If you were comparing this to, say, the quality of structure that you're going to get out of a place like, say, Paradel or the Dalelands, it's not going to be as quality. But when you compare it to all the other stuff that's around it, when you compare it to the rest of Kujinxi, this is some next level shit, right? This is some really quality stuff. It is completely surrounded. The rounded nature is going to reduce the likelihood of any impact from a siege engine. Being able to hit it because it deflects the kinetic energy of the blow a bit. And it gives them a lot of vantage points to see enemies coming from all sides, including on top of the hills themselves because they have a higher altitude to look out. The walls are stretching up almost 10 feet high, which again is pretty freaking high for basic city walls or town walls for here. But the towers stretch up, cresting just over 20 feet tall. That is, again, when you're standing on top of those towers, you have your height on top of the over 20 feet. I want to cut it on the tallest, but that means you're standing up a good 25 feet up as your eyes, a little bit over that, looking out and seeing everything around you, right? That's some pretty high altitude. So as you come rolling into this place, the gates to the town itself, there are, as you'll eventually find out, one gate that faces southeast and another gate that faces northeast, and that's which goes to and from the roads that are there, but completely defends from the hills that are around it as well. Okay, the gates themselves are shut. There are not portcullises or anything like that happen to exist here, because again, that's something that your clan might invent, if you will, and kind of add, but not something that they intrinsically have to them. But very hard wooden doors with iron metal bands kind of like reinforcing them. As you approach and announce who you are, they of course know that there's good relations, and certainly Aaliyah has done a great job of greasing the wheels. When the gates open up and let you in, every building inside this place is made out of stone. Again, it's one of those things where this city is not fireproof by any stretch of the imagination, but certainly fire retardant, right? Like, it is definitely going to defend against any, if you imagine a siege engine throwing like burning oil overhead, there's a lot of additional protection. Even the roofs of the buildings themselves are clay slate roofs, like you would think of in like old Italy or something like that, right? As opposed to like hay or straw or anything else, or wood that would be much more flammable. Also inside the place, you can see there is a full army that is raised, that is lining the outside of the wall. There's not like they have a full-fledged area inside here that can house a huge army consistently inside buildings. So hopefully the weather holds out. Haha, it's cold, it's winter. But there's an army that's lining the walls themselves. The soldiers look bored, and truth be told, sense motive.
Yeah, I'm really great at those. Sense motive.
Oh my god, so many things playing. I'll have to read that in a minute.
8 total.
Nick, you just got to win for its wisdom, so you have 2 again. Atotive sense motive. First of all, you fail,
Yeah.
so you
I
can
doubt
suffer those
myself more.
penalties. Yep.
Yeah.
Um,
Forever doubting.
Yep. So you fail your sense motive. The soldiers are great. Everything's great. All on the up and up. They're ready for action.
I mean, I don't think I need a sense motive check to know they're not ready for action. They look like they're not prepared for anything.
Well, I mean, they're prepared. Their equipment's at the ready. Everything's at the ready. They have
Yeah,
commanders
well,
out there, so on and so forth. The truth be told, in the meta, the morale is very low. So reaction time is going to be low.
Yeah, what's their... So, Tesla being a smith himself, or a dabbler of smithing, right? What is their... Is their armor... What is their armor made of? Is
Roll
it
for me.
leathers?
No, the armor is predominantly going to be lamellare style. So it's going to be leather with
but leather-
slates of like iron inside of it, right?
Yeah.
So lamellare is
basically what my
leather
armor
wrapped
is.
with... Yeah.
But my armor is heavy armor, so it's actually probably just like steel all the way.
Well,
It's a lot
theirs is
easier.
lamellare. Go ahead and roll me your whatever check you would have for smithing.
Craft weapons.
Yep, go ahead, roll for me.
Fuck.
You have no idea what quality weapons these are. You just can't get a good
Too
look at it.
far. I'm not perceptive.
Yep, you can't get a good look at it. Honestly, they're probably pretty good. At least they're well enough armed, which is disheartening because like you're hoping to open like more trade with them and sell them some of your quality goods, but their goods are already quality enough, so they'll be fine.
I'll leave it to Lenny to figure that out. Next month.
Cool, or Jorman. So
No, well, not for long.
oh, Jorman's gonna die. So you you go making your way to the actual center of this place, and they actually have built up here like a proper hall for receiving.
Shit.
Yeah, not like a palace or a castle or whatever is a Jake's building, but like a proper hall for receiving people. It actually comes off as I think it's called like the building is called like bureaucracy or whatever it's called for in the kingdom building rules. But like an
Town
area.
hall.
What is it?
It's town hall. I mean,
Town hall is one. There's another one too. Let's go with town hall because I think it's a 2-square one. Let's go with town hall.
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah, because it's the bigger one. So let's go with town hall, where you're actually going to be able to meet with the ruler and the advisors. Did you write down the ruler's name?
You never told me.
Never told you the ruler's name.
Yeah, I have
even though you
pretty
met with him?
decent notes. I never met with him. Aaliyah did.
Gotcha.
This is the
Oh,
first time
that's
Tesla-
right.
This is the first time Tesla's ever stepping foot in Skull.
That is right. That is right. Okay. So, and the ruler, I believe, was female. Nope, that was the other one. This one's a male ruler.
Fine. I'm gonna write this twice. I need to make a separate sheet for clan relations.
First name is going to be Kotari. Kotari. Kotari.
Skull?
Yeah. Warlord.
Or-
Skull or Warlord Kotari.
Okay.
So as you meet with Kotari and the various advisors, one of the things that you're going to notice is that as you're like welcomed into the city, you're actually going to be met down by the gates, not outside the gates or even right as they open, but just inside the gates. There's going to be a troop of soldiers that are there to greet you and to lead you in, which is proper once they realize that you are coming in. But more importantly, amongst those soldiers, and comfortably dressed, because she's not an idiot and she brings her clothes and whatnot accordingly, comfortably dressed and with two of your guards that she brought with them, two of your soldiers that she brought with her, are also meeting you down there. Aaliyah and the other two are also meeting you down there. So as you join with her to start walking towards the capital, I'll allow you to open up relations. She gives you a smile and an appropriate head nod, and I'll allow you to speak first.
Is there warlord down here with us?
No, you'll be meeting with
No.
them in the guild hall, in the town hall, whatever.
Yeah, I would approach. I would signal for the soldiers to stand back. Right. I don't want my army coming into the city unless invited.
No, they're invited. Yeah.
Oh, they're okay. The army's invited. Okay, so
It's 20
The-
people, I mean.
it's 30. The 20 people is with Aaliyah. So. Okay, so we take the city from the inside. Thanks, Scott. No. All right then.
Sell. You're a geek, not a Greek. Come on. All right, keep
Well, this
going.
is the Trojan War. Greetings, soldiers of Clan Skull. It's my pleasure to finally
Yeah, you're meeting with
see your
Aaliyah.
city.
She's
Yeah.
the one that greets you down there.
Yeah, but I thought you said there was the Skull.
There are soldiers. Yeah, there are soldiers. So you just...
Yeah, he's just announcing.
Okay, cool. So instead of addressing
ju-
her, you address them. My apologies. Go ahead.
Yeah, he's like, well, because you can get to Lee in a moment, right? But he wants to make a display. It is finally nice to see your great city. And then he kind of looks around. These walls are phenomenal.
I mean, the soldiers that are about will just kind of extend an attention, maybe give a clasp against of whatever spear that they have against whatever shield that they have. You know, like, to show that like an appreciation and acknowledgement or whatever. But the person that's commanding them would come over to meet with you and say, "Thank you for your generous words, warlord. Um, I hope that you find your stay in Scolding to be comfortable and secure."
He nods. With these walls and these men, I have no fear inside your city.
Again, he nods and gives us a bow of appreciation and says, "I've been told to escort you and your diplomats, so your emissary,
Envoy.
to our warlord.
And whom do I speak to?
My name is Zoker."
It is good to meet you, Zoker of Clan Skull. Is a commander, maybe general, who knows? Then I clasp him, and then
Zoker
Then
get a
I-
zoke.
then I walk up to Ilya. It seems you've made another great impression within Clan Skull.
She nods and says, "Things have been going exceedingly well. Let's just say that the gifts that you sent me with have been received extremely well. Did you know," she says, kind of like walking closely to you. It's like one of those very close walks, that all of their soldiers are outfitted with weapons that come out of Throne.
Well, then my eyes did deceive me. I thought they were good.
She like looks at you like aghast. Like I don't know. You just
Like the
insulted
weapon
her.
quality.
Yeah, it's just like you just insulted something that was personal to her. She looks at you aghast like,
looks
"Warlord, I
confused.
think you've been a bit removed from your clan for far too long. The North has not suited you."
I shrug.
Needless to say, the weapons and armor that you delivered to the warlord and his advisors were very much appreciated.
Well, then maybe perhaps we can make a trade deal after this mongrel situation is handled.
Let's see how many return alive first.
Let's hope a lot.
And so she'll kind of like walk with you and just pushing the conversation along. She says, "I made small mention, but honestly, not didn't delve too deep into the idea of you asking for soldiers. I mentioned that the red mongrel was about, which they of course already knew, and I mentioned that there was a hunt. There was an open contract for the red mongrel. I also mentioned that it has been of a vested interest to both our clan and our allies to pursue this situation. And finally, I made mention that pursuance is likely already underway. Again, I didn't lay it on too thick. I wasn't sure how far you were going to push this, but again, they seemed intrigued. And when I say intrigued, I mean genuinely. Like, they might want a piece of this pie. Or sorry, I should say a slab of this boar."
Yes, although I the the mission from or the what's it called, the bounty from the north, I believe it's only for one individual clan.
That's as details I'll leave you to work out.
Yeah, I guess so, but I think we can't work out those details till we have dealt with the red mongrel.
She nods, smiles, and then finishes you leading the rest of the way up to the hall. Now, when you go to the hall, why don't we bring this to our checks for how this conversation goes, how things play out. Now, there's going to be diplomacy checks. They are now helpful towards you, but you are making a very big ask. This is a huge ask. You're asking them to literally send soldiers with you without actually having an alliance edict or anything like that in play. And you can't even build a proper alliance edict without first getting an embassy there, right? So, and you're not going to be asking for a proper embassy because that takes a week of time and another 1d4 BP. So,
Yeah.
So,
Don't really have time for that.
yeah, you don't really have time for that right now. You can worry about that in the future. But in the meanwhile, you're going to be making this ask. So needless to say, because you're asking them to invest their soldiers into this, we're going to give you a negative 10 is the request.
Okay, that's really a large negative. But this is very important because I'm trying to
Don't
make
forget,
Skull my
you
best
have
one.
all of her abilities to assist you.
Yeah. Well, so she can't roll, obviously. I have to roll. Right?
Correct, but she has all of her abilities to provide for you
So-
as normal.
It's been a month to socialite. I get a +4 from her. We said she can assist while using socialite, correct?
We did say that, yes.
The
And it is the
perfume-
next month because you are literally doing kingdom rolls right now. Yes,
The perfume doesn't work in this setting. It only works for the north.
correct.
I'm telling chat. So Aaliyah can help me. We agreed. She can give me a +3, I think, if she rolls above a 20. So, wow, she rolled above a 20.
So she gave you a +3.
So +8.
Why 8? I thought she usually gives a 4.
Oh, I'm counting like my total right now
Mm.
from everything.
Mm-hmm.
Uh,
No, Joey. I don't usually have 30 give an additional one. I don't think. Do I? I don't think I do.
so 4, 5. So 4 + 3 is 7. So I'm actually at a -3 for this roll.
Also, Joey, you don't have a lag. Are you on a computer today? Continue, Sal.
Yeah. So, and that's all I can do with her, right? She can't let me have her use her
No.
her charmer talent. So, fuck it. I'm gonna add my winnies here. So +5. So total of a +2 to the roll. Sound good, Scott? Everything adds up to you?
Sounds good. I'm waiting to see how it plays out. I'm hoping for a natty 1 personally, but you already rolled 1 too recently.
That's pretty good.
Oh, sorry. I totally took away the fun of letting you guys watch that roll out. So that was the 5 that we saw before. You didn't just see the proper roll. That time he actually rolled an 18 + 19. Like, that was huge. So,
Yeah.
needless to say, he absolutely dominated this roll. Why don't you go ahead and give us a quick little... we don't need to have a full RP interaction because we have other important things like 2 PCs waiting to get to. But why don't you go ahead
Yeah.
and give us kind of like a part of like the plea that you're offering to Skull for assistance.
Oh god, I haven't even thought about what I'm offering them. Skull, I come to you, or Warlords. I have your name. Warlord Kotori Skull. I come to you today, not in the best of situations. As you know, the Red Mongrel is about to your west, and I come here to petition you for aid in defeating this menace to all of Kajinxi, especially us in the south. I ask this of you as a literally ask for this for summary, but okay.
Huh? No idea what he's saying. but go
I
ahead.
have no idea to say. I ask this of you. Ignore chat. Yeah. Okay.
Sal, eyes on me.
Sorry. Yeah. I ask this of you to support not just each other in the South, as we should be united together against the threats of our people, but as a friend to our clan and to create a more unified South, Together, we can stand strong. The Red Mongrel dominates our lands because we are divided, unlike the North. Working together, we can drive this beast out of Kijinxi, removing him from this land. I offer you rewards of wealth, trade from our clans, and protection from any future threats to Skull. Shut up.
So hearing your call, hearing your plea for what it is that you're asking for, the clan Skull sees this as an opportunity. If they act now, they could potentially completely eliminate the Red Mongrel. It's a do or die, all or nothing kind of situation, right? So they want to call forward the resources that they have to act. Now, fortunately for you, they are already calling their soldiers off of reserve to keep them on hand for like if they got attacked. They needed to, because the Red Mongrel was in the area. They were very active. It's winter time, so on and so forth. So soldiers are ready to roll out. The morale is unfortunately kind of low, as you didn't realize. But they are prepared to move right now, which is great news. They acquiesced your request with 100 soldiers.
Holy shit.
But not one army of 100, 2 armies of 50.
Oh my god, that's more than I'm adding in this war.
No, but you're not. You're adding 150 in this war.
Oh yeah. Talking
Right.
about like my personal army.
Correct. Now, mind you, this is a small nation, right? It's only 5 hexes, but it's also a very developed, been around for a long time, well-guarded 5 hexes. Like, think about how many safeguards and whatnot they have in place. So them adding 100 to this 2 groups of 50, one of those is an actual army group, and one of those is a militia group. Yeah. So they're not not both of them aren't as well trained, and let's be honest, all of them are using thrown weapons. So I mean, but
they're not superior weapons, right?
No. And so the sheer numbers is going to be what helps you here if you use them well. Downside would be if they didn't.
I almost want to tell them to leave their militia, right? What are militias like? Aren't they like really bad?
They're really good with like, let's say for instance, you don't know how this is going to play out. You don't know where you're going to go, any of that stuff. But let's say for instance, you needed to really shore up an area. Let's say there's a hill that you couldn't lose. You put the militia up on a hill while your soldiers march the fields.
And they dig in their pikes, right? And they make like a pike square.
Yeah. And from the hill they can hold a fallback position and stuff like that. Like you're not going to use them like cannon fodder. Right?
Yeah, they're meant to hold the base camp.
Correct. Yeah. Oh, look at that. And Cell says, look at that. They're good cannon fodder. Wow.
Listen.
Wow.
Yeah, but I don't want to get these guys killed. I actually want to make Clan Skull very happy.
If Clan Densho, if they're getting a little hungry.
Okay, listen. They're our allies.
Meals on wheels, baby. Meals on wheels.
So I have marching. So basically, Tessel is marching with an army of 150 men.
Yes, but even though he's leading that army,
obviously, I'm not the general. I'm like the morale support. Okay, I'm the inspirer.
Yep. So it's you plus those 2 armies of 50 and your own army of 50. Your own army of 50 is led by Aaliyah.
Yeah.
And now you're sitting there thinking to yourself, "Fuck! I wish my brother was here."
Yeah, but I left him home because I don't want him to get killed. He has a child on the way. And oh my god, what the fuck? He's cheering for his GF to listen. She's the future GF, okay?
Moving on.
Give it another year.
Yeah, you got to buy her a crown. It's a whole thing. Listen, it always sucks when one of your buddies gives her the crown first because it sets a standard that now you have to at least meet.
I'll make my own ring, okay? We got enough of gemstones. Why buy one, right? We can just mine one.
So you're
You
gonna
sure Naito's not gonna get to her first?
No, he's got a traitor wife already, okay?
I mean, maybe he's into the multi-wife situation.
Polygamy? That's
Well,
probably
he's got to
normal
make it even
contingency.
since he was obviously cucked. He's got to make it even. So
I didn't cuck him, okay? I just told him it's the truth.
So you're gonna use
Uh,
a ruby as the for the engagement ring?
Of course. It's
Man,
the colors.
isn't she a hands-on lady?
I don't know what that means.
I mean, like, doesn't she like fight? She gets down and dirty.
Not normally. She's the diplomat. She can, but she's normally actually not fighting.
You'd think a miner would know that a gem that's only a 9 on the Mohs scale would be a bad idea for somebody who's in the middle of combat, but you know.
It's fine. We'll find the fucking diamonds. Like shit. Whatever. I'll just find whatever gem I need.
Well, it's cool because diamonds actually come up from like volcano eruptions. So,
Yeah.
you know, there's a
I'm gonna-
volcano.
I'm about to get the largest diamond in the fucking world.
All right.
And then break it up into 9 pieces just to spite the people. So it's more usable.
Are you talking about the Cullen? You're talking about the fucking Cullen, aren't you?
Yeah, because you
So
got mad about it.
funny. It's so
In
funny.
it's in my pictures on our DMs, I think.
Oh, is it really?
Yeah.
Because isn't it bullshit? It's just
Yeah.
bullshit. All right. Anyways.
Anyway, so that's actually really sick. I message into Densho at some point in the day when I'm alone. Skull brings supports. 100 men come to aid our cause. Marching west.
All right.
Fucking hell, dude.
I think I already told you what was happening. That we went.
Well,
Yeah, I'm
Maybe
pretty
you
sure I
could-
already told you the only information I have at the moment, which is
yeah, you told me about, I think, this army.
yeah.
So,
I have no other information.
okay.
Yeah,
Varix
thanks.
is
bro.
very helpful.
Bye.
Varix is very helpful in the communication line. Sometimes I feel like this should go to Nick instead. At least something would come back important.
Oh, okay. I'll give yours to Nick. Yes, that's
I'm
right.
talking.
I
you
gave
know.
it to you. That's right.
Yeah. Okay. Thanks, Sencho. Enjoy it. Okay. Well, that's it, right? Unless what does Skull ask of in return for this aid, right? I offer them, but do they at the moment ask for anything in particular?
So you say, what do they ask for a return for the aid that they're providing for you?
Yeah. I've
Uh,
offered money, a trade, and protection is
Yep.
what I said is my offering.
Yep. So what they're gonna say is when all is said and done, you are going to meet for a proper summit between like your nation and theirs, so you can discuss future relations.
Okay. Yeah, sounds good to me.
I mean, you're what, more than triple their size, so
Yeah.
you provide for them a significant amount of commerce if you were to put a, what is it? Is it an
Trade
embassy
with
that
it.
does?
No trade. Yeah, embassy gives stability, I think.
No, I think embassy is money.
Econ. Okay.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure embassy's economy.
Yeah. Well, that's
Cool.
true then.
Right. So they want to discuss that with you in the future, but because
Yeah.
they're providing so much for you, it also is going to skew that the
Yeah.
checks that you guys make. It's going to skew them in their favor.
Yeah,
know what I
that's
mean?
fine.
Yeah.
I'd probably even give them better in the deal. I don't really need their help for my kingdom, but helping them more is more beneficial for me.
Cool. All right, so let's get into this. They bring forward their little army that's going to come with you, and they're going to start going that direction. So things go swimmingly for you, fucking swimmingly, which is great news. We're going to pull the attention away from you for a minute and bring it to the boys, and then we can come back for your actual kingdom rules afterwards. So for you gents, like I said, the same day that he's actually meeting with them and that this goes exceedingly well. One of the perks of being higher level, right? And I hope Nick is able to get some sort of diplomacy shit going down in the future too, because he's actually quite diplomatic. And one of these two clans up here have actually more or less tried to semi-open relations with him, very mildly. He's untrusting of it, but
This clan.
which one? Yeah, I think so. Yeah, the one along the river.
Yeah,
yeah.
because these guys are the like Zinquing little fuckboys. These guys have a brain.
So, you boys what was the tactic that you had come up with? So this is the next day. And to be clear, like last day you did some scouting, but you also could have done some like moving and whatnot into position as well. So, ooh, too far. Why don't you go ahead and tell me what your plan was for your approach? This is taking a minute to load.
Basically just circle around away from the fortifications that we found, and then hit them from two sides. So we're flanking them as we come in and crush.
So is the plan for, because the fortifications are going to be, you already know which two sides, right? So are the fortifications going to be, so to flank around, is somebody actually, like, your clan moves significantly faster, Nick. So are you planning on going southeast?
Yeah, I'll move into position.
Okay. And Jake, is your plan to move to the northwest, which has some fortification, but not as good as the other one? Or do you intend to be like a decoy and attack them head on against their fortifications and then allow Nick to sweep them from behind?
Sorry, where did you say for me to go? I'm looking at the map now.
Yep, so I believe Nick is looking to grab, if I have the right one here. I do not. 1 second, let's see if I can send that to back. Oh, here we go. I think Nick is looking to go here and then over to here, which is one of the open spots because he moves so quickly. He can move, what, 3 hexes a day? And I think your plan is either A, to attack them head on across like this, which is straight against their maximum defenses, or B, spend an entire day moving up here.
We're definitely not going there because there's another army right next to there.
Exactly. So it exposes you and then coming down to where there's much less fortifications. You know what I mean? So you want to go, attack their fortifications head on?
I suppose so.
Yeah. So more or less you want to kind of like turtle up and move forward and I'll Nick to sweep them.
Yeah.
All right. Does everybody hear that? That's the plan. Cool.
Hey, yeah. He just needs to distract for Nick, okay? Nick's gonna fucking explode them. This is what Nick does best, honestly. Narayan is a fucking general, okay?
Give me 1 second. There we go. And we'll get this over here. All right. So I'm going to get that map set up for you in just 1 moment. The map is going to be the same one we've been using because you've still been in the same hillocky region, so there's no reason to change it up. Actually, no, wait. I think I want to use this one instead. Do I? Yeah, I want to use this one instead. So I'm going to delete you, come over here. 1 second to get this set up for you. We have Densho this is your full army Densho, so don't forget to make sure you have your stats properly prepared for your full army. So you're not bringing Urzog's Last Resort, you're bringing like your actual proper army, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. All right, let's drop this out. Oh shit, I just clicked a button. Motherfucker. I just went to paizo.com. Give me a second to let the page reload. All right,
What are you looking for?
No, I got you.
Okay.
I just accidentally clicked a what are they called? Hotbar, bookmark, whatever the hell you want to call it, at the top of your browser, right beneath the URL. What's that called? The bookmark bar? I don't know. So, Jake, you're gonna want to change the name of this. What's the name of your actual army?
It's the Chargers, I think.
Okay, and then start changing the stats for the Chargers to what they're supposed to be. And you're going to be coming from the other side of the fortifications. Nick, you, sir, are going to be, once again, also coming from the top side of the fortifications, but you don't get to come in right away. You're not like, boom, I'm already there. You're somewhat removed from the scenario. That way you can attack from the flank while he's turtling up. Okay? And then they're going to be, again, behind the fortifications doing what they need to do from there. This is like the general idea of what the map is going to be like. Don't worry about how far away squares are or anything like that. That doesn't matter for the sake of this. You can just imagine that the other clan, they're going to be able to use their ranged weapons downhill much more easily than Jake is going to be able to use ranged weapons uphill. So he's going to have to make that choice. Do I want to make ranged attacks or do I want to move? You know, that sort of scenario while he's being pissed on from uphill. This is just to open up an opportunity for you to attack him. Luckily, his DV is going to be pretty solid because he's a big army and he's probably going to be using a higher defense value from turtling up a bit, right? So that being said, guys, if you want to get your numbers ready, that'd be great. And that gets me back to baseline. Then once we factor in the fact that they are, both of you guys get your army stats ready. Could you see, open up that book? And correct me if I'm wrong, the book that has the stats in it is Ultimate Battle. And here we go. Where are you? Jake, are you ready? You got everything on there?
I think so.
Okay, don't forget hold firm is going to be whatever your baseline stats are. You're going to take a -4. You already did that?
No, I haven't yet.
Oh, okay. Because if you look at your OM and your DV, the numbers look completely wrong. So do you know that you want to
my OM?
Yeah.
Just flat is 11 and the DV is 23.
So double click chargers. And open up a little page, and inside here, you're going to want to change the 23 to both sides, right? And that's how you're going to set your baseline. And then after you press save, then you can start making your modifications to there. Okay? Cool. Let's see, that's going to be... Okay, but then because of... let's see, you have this down here. High altitude is... Not high altitude, what is it called? There we are. There you are. Holding high ground is that. Attacking high ground is you get, because you're attacking the high ground, you have an additional -1 to your DV and to your OM. Just so you're aware. And your movement is even slower because you're attacking the high ground, which you don't have to worry about so much. All right. And then, so they're going to get the bonuses that are opposite that. And then they're also going to get their entrenched bonuses, which gives them this. Cool. My stats, oop, I put that in the wrong spot. My stats are all set. And Jake, you and I, Nick is not a part of this first initiative round. You and I are both going to roll for initiative. Before we do that, we're going to do this. There we go. Get some proper battle music going. All right, Jake, if you want to go ahead and highlight your mini and then make sure you roll your tactical initiative for what it is, I'll go ahead and roll mine as well. And here we are. Oh, apparently I somehow didn't... You wanted to send the result to the roll to the turn tracker, but no valid token was selected. I thought I fucking clicked this token. Have you saw my result? I got a 24, which is sexy as hell.
Yeah, mine hasn't come up on the tracker either, even though I had mine highlighted. My token.
Yeah, that's really weird and annoying. We can worry about that some other time, though. So meanwhile, I beat you on this roll by 8. By 8, Jake. 8. As a reminder to how the rules work, when you beat somebody in the initiative tracker by 1, you automatically get a +1 to OM against them, right? So here we go. Initiative. When you meet them, you get +1. But in addition, when you beat an opponent by 5 or more, he can either force his enemy to reveal one tactic, or he can change one of his own army's tactics for every 5 points by which the check exceeds. So I'm going to go ahead and do this because I want to be able to see, have a little bit more here. Beautiful. So I actually got a 28 in this first round. So I need you to go ahead and tell me what your tactic is that you're going to use. I can clearly tell right off the bat, meta, I already know this, but you're going to be using hold firm, which is -2 OM, +4 DV, and -2 casualties. I'm aware of that. You're aware of that. You have no idea what my strategy is. Whoa.
Isn't there a total defense or something that's like -4 +4?
That's the -4 +4. It's hold firm. Yep.
Okay, yeah. So, -4 to my
OM.
OM, yeah, and yeah, that's what I'll be using.
Yep.
And still move though, right?
Yeah, which we'll get to that in a second.
Okay.
So,
yeah.
so absolutely, you are able to, and where you are, again, don't worry about the grid, right? The grid is just there for visuals. So, anyways, you, sir, are able to make sure the chat can see it all too. Yeah, they can. Cool. So, you, sir, are able to. I know what your strategy is. You also have to tell me what your tactic is. Now, your army clearly has tactics. Let's go over to Clandensho for a second. You're looking at military. You're looking at active army one led by Urzog.
I can just tell you straight out, we're not using any tactics right now.
Using no tactics.
Yeah.
Okay. That's interesting.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So clearly, I have tactics that are being used in this situation because this wasn't meant to be some easy throwaway group. After reports of other scouts have disappeared, clearly there's going to be a change up of shit happening on my side. So they've definitely prepared themselves for this. All right. I don't need to tell you anything. All you need to know is that round one plays out. As round one plays out, you're going to get pelted with arrows as they're just throwing rocks, like rolling rocks down the hill, and throwing spears down the hill, hitting you with arrows and whatnot, as your army is just trying to turtle themselves up and slowly move forward as much as possible. So this first round, you are welcome to try to make ranged attacks if you would like, but it's just you trying to turtle up the hill. So first allow me to make my ranged attacks against you, and then you will retaliate. They happen simultaneously. Okay?
Yeah.
So, what is your DV? Oh, good. It's an 11. Okay.
It's
Something I
not
can
it's
actually
not
do.
updated yet. It's not updated with the +4 -4.
Oh, so you want to apply those? So that 23 becomes a 19, and that 11 becomes a 15.
Wait,
Yes,
wait,
sir?
wait. No. I've got them the wrong way around, I think, because the green I've got DV.
Yeah.
Oh, DV is usually
Way higher.
the
Let's say
DVs.
It becomes
11
28. Is DV usually blue?
That's how we've always done it. Yeah.
Okay. Well, yeah, I'll just switch them around.
I got to figure right now. So it's usually an 11, and okay, and you're saying a -4 to your OM makes your 11 become a 7, and your 23 becomes a 27.
7. Yeah.
Cool. But then because you're on the lower grounds, you're attacking on the low grounds, your OM and DV each both go down by 1 more. So your OM becomes a 6, and your DV becomes a 26. Cool. I won't lie though, a 26 is pretty intimidating. That's pretty intense. I won't lie. Okay. So that being said, I very well may fail this check because that's an intense DV. All right, here we go. I'm making my attack roll, sir. /R 1d20 plus. I should really have a really cool spell card. Like I should make a fun spell card for his attack rolls. Add like an image or something to it for funsies. All right, here we go. Jack, can you wish me luck?
Why would they do that?
All right, here we go. Fuck you, Sal. Sal. Wow, Joey. Come on! Come on! That's such trash. So needless to say, I do not do any damage to him in this first round. It's now going to be his turn to roll against me, and then after this is when Nick is going to go ahead and he's going to roll tactical initiative as well. He's going to act last, but understand the battlefield. Even if he wins, he'll just get the typical benefits, but he'll act last. That's all.
I need like 2 minutes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
You go right ahead. Cool. So while he's off doing that, sorry, Nick, we're going to put you on hold. Actually, Nick, while he's off doing that, let's pull attention elsewhere. Let's do the spy. So we're going to have you going ahead and we're going to bring attention back to here. And we're going to have you go ahead and roll for me how things play out with Shala. For you, sir, you're going to be doing Kushibashi advisor check. This is not an easy advisor task for you, sir. You're going behind enemy lines to a fully infiltrated and defeated and occupied area, trying to find out where leadership is. Those that are underneath the most guard should do the best they can to try to spring people out to get them out of there. This is not an easy check for you, sir. Let's be 100% clear. This is a very difficult check. Some might even say this is an imposing check for you. But if I were to say it was an imposing check, would that make me mean? Would that make me a jerk? I don't think so. I think it's an imposing check.
Remember, I did give her one of my crystals that I got for Ryan to enchant with an enchantment aider in here.
That's true.
We never decided on what it was, but that should have some kind of bearing.
Absolutely. What I'll say is that will provide for her a benefit equal to her roll, equal to 1d3 plus 1. If you want to ask somebody in chat to roll that for you, they just roll the d3. We'll add the 1 afterwards.
It's a D3 in chat.
Is Snake
I'm
there?
meaner than usual. I'm nice, Rosin.
He said he didn't get to kill anyone on a Saturday night. He really wanted some. He really wanted some things to happen.
Oh, I didn't even get to tell you how that ended because you guys like chatted for so long. I was like, guys, it's after 2 a.m. I was supposed to go upstairs like 12:30.
You wanted someone to get bit and fail both saves, okay?
No, that wasn't what I was worried about. I'll tell you after.
Okay.
I don't know. Why don't you roll me a 1d3 plus 1?
Just as a reminder, Sel, there were 3.
Yeah.
You fought 2. 1 was smart enough to keep the hell quiet.
Yeah, I mean, we closed the door, I'm pretty sure, right?
Yeah. So Anno 1d3 plus 2 is plus 1 is you have a plus 2. So Shala usually rolls with a plus 5. For this situation, she's going to roll with a plus 7, right? I assume you're going to use a Winifred's Wisdom.
Correct.
Because you just got another one. So that plus 7 becomes a plus 12. So you're rolling with a plus 12, and this is a stability check. So this isn't a loyalty. This isn't an economy. That doesn't make sense. Like I wish it was a loyalty check, but it doesn't make sense for her sneaking in and sneaking out. I would say this is a stability check, so it's plus 0. So you're rolling with a 1d20 plus 12 without any luck or anything like that added to it yet. This is against a DC 26, to be clear. This is not a fucking joke. This is a serious roll. Do not nick this up. You looked, Joey, but you didn't climb down. You didn't climb down. Oh, let me.
It's fine.
Holy shit. Nick, you have a 25% chance of critically succeeding this.
How much luck do we have?
Oh,
Yeah, at least 2.
There are no other unknown modifiers in this. I don't believe there are.
Does she have any skills that I haven't used or consumable things that I could use towards
You would have
that?
had to call those out beforehand, I believe. But let's double check Shala just to be
Does she
sure.
get any bonuses from having intelligence of what was kind of going on before she went in there?
That was how she was able to have this opportunity, sir. Whispering Wind is a cool ability of hers. Friends in high places, not used yet. Competent secretaries, a piece of advice, a Skilltober. Nope, she doesn't have any of those in there. And I think Shala is your NPCs are the only ones that haven't been upgraded yet, Nick. That's all.
Correct.
Yeah, I still have to record that video, which I'll be doing on Thursday. But that wouldn't have changed anything anyways. So that wouldn't have changed the results
Wouldn't have
anyways.
given her a plus. Oh no, it wouldn't because it's an advisor check, right?
Yeah, it wouldn't have changed anything for her.
It
So
wouldn't
you
have
two-
put her above that threshold, that 10 or whatever it is.
Let me check.
Yeah, should double check that because that's the only way.
Yeah, I am. So her ranks would have gone up by 1. Because what is she based off of? She's based off of what? Charisma, right? Not charisma, sorry. Sense motive.
Sense motive.
Sense motive.
Why does it say she counts as 6 ranks? When she has over here a 9, 3 in ranks and 6 in sense motive over here. Her actual thing is 3 plus 6. Was there something that was added later on that wasn't factored?
Skill focus, sense motive.
That should have been factored already. Because even if this was a 9, oh, I can't change it on the sheet.
Only at a 10 doesn't matter.
Yeah. So nope. I think you are good. Okay, so you succeeded. That's the important part. You succeeded. That's an important part. Let's move
Did you
on.
use your witties on this, Nick?
He did.
I did.
Okay, that's what I thought.
But it's okay. He succeeded just by the +6, not +7. That's all. That's fucking
Yeah.
great roll. Let's be clear. This is a great, great, great roll. So, Nick, with that being said, Shala goes in there to find out information, to do what she can to release people, et cetera, to bring them out. So she does so. And she actually makes her way out as quickly and as quietly as possible. She's actually going to find her way behind enemy lines, trying to make her way over to the safest way possible. She's going to find herself traveling southeast out of the west and then south, so southwest out of Clan Vosk. Eventually, where she's going to meet up with is she's actually going to meet up with Clan Densho because of where they're positioned versus where you're positioned. So we're going to have an RP between Shala and what's his name? Urzog afterwards. So we'll have an RP between those two afterwards. So let's go back to the actual battle. But she succeeded, and she's going to come out, and we'll see how that plays out. Back to the combat, back to the battlefield. Over here, Jake, it is your turn to go ahead and roll your attack roll, if any. If you choose not to attack and to instead just turtle up and keep moving forward, you're more than welcome to just continue moving.
Is there any negatives of me not just trying to attack?
The only negative is you're going to move more slowly. So more than likely, you're just going to
move them.
Okay. In this case, you're going to go to the next round of initiative. This is everybody's going to roll again for their initiative. I'm going to clear away. Everybody's got to highlight their minis and do it one more time. Tactical initiative is, I think, what you're supposed to press for initiative. And, oh, shit. My modifier. I rolled trash. And it works for me this time. Don't forget to highlight your token and then click the button at the bottom of your screen that says Tactical Initiative. Ooh, Jake also rolled trash. Nick also... Oh, fuck you. Oh my god, do you see that? He rolls a 2 and crushes it. Oh my god.
Nick is just, he's a general. This is what Nick is good at. We like it.
I beat you.
Luck at Jake.
Nah, I'm not gonna waste that one luck on
That's fair.
going before they do.
So I have to reveal.
Him.
I have to reveal some information to you, Nick. So first and foremost, Nick, obviously I'm using my my tac. Oh, hold on, what the hell is it called? My strategy, which you know and Jake does not. You know Jake is holding firm. You know that I am actually using aggressive attack, not all-out assault. I'm maintaining it as an aggressive attack. Okay. That being said, because I don't want to completely expose myself, obviously, that would be foolish. Beyond that, obviously, I have my extra layers of protection with that wall that's set in front of me that doesn't apply to you, but very, very much applies to them. So you know that we're turtling up behind that thing, getting the additional benefits for that one. And beyond that one as well, we have, what is it called? Where are you? What is it called? Relentless brutality. So we're just like smashing through. So any damage I actually do is going to do additional damage. Okay. So this is now technically, Nick, you win the initiative order, but you're going to act last, if you will, because you're catching them off guard. You're just able to change your tactics right now based off of tactics that I just chose. So you look at that and choose your strategy. In the meanwhile, Jake and I are going to play this out. Jake, I beat you. I got a +1 against you again. My stats effectively hold true. I'm going to try to not suck on this roll.
Sorry, am I in melee now?
Nope, not yet. You will be at the end of this turn. You'll be up to the wall, so therefore you'll be able to hop the wall and attack next time, because you're at such a disadvantage with these walls.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see if I can even do anything to you. All right, here we go. All right, baby. I'm going to go ahead and do this.
Can Narens, are they in view of what's going on now?
They are. You can't see them. You can't signal to them. You don't know that they're there. But absolutely, they're able to see things. Again, you're not able to see this, but they're able to witness everything.
One thing I want to say is kind of what's going on, because it's different for Clan Densho, is like they're getting peppered with arrows, and you can see it. Like the arrows are hitting them, but they've got such heavy, thick armor on, it's just bouncing off, and they're just charging forward.
Yeah, absolutely intimidating sight to just watch them turtling up and just rushing forward. It's not like they've got big shields either, right? Like they don't use shields, do they, Jake?
They have shields. Yeah,
oh, they do have shields
as well.
So they have the shields over their head, they have their armor on, and they're just like, moving their way forward. You know what I mean? Like just holding it together, holding true. It's, again, very intimidating. And I failed. God damn it. The odds were in my favor. I somehow failed by one. By one, I got him. Nick.
I mean,
shut up, you. Nick, it's Charger's turn. He's going to double move, getting him up effectively to the wall. You know what I mean? To the point where now he's able to, next turn, he'll be able to hoist over that wall and attack them and join them in combat. It is now your character's turn. I imagine you're going to spend your whole turn riding into melee to completely catch them off guard. Okay. Because you are completely catching them off guard, as you come rushing into melee behind them. You're going to be able to get flanking tactics against them. So,
are they mounted?
They do have mounts, but they are not currently mounted because there's no benefit for them to being mounted at the moment. They're hurling rocks, they're shooting arrows, so on and so forth. So they are not currently
mounted. So I get
mounted.
my +2 OM against them.
Correct. They would have mounted for next rounds because he was supposed to attack them next round. All right, so flanking gives you +2 OM on the flank, Nick.
Oh, nice. I'm doing all out
unawares.
assault, so
yep, of course you are.
That's gonna put me at 19, 21. Be -4.
Joey, it depends on how the victory goes, but in theory, Joey, there are some spoils to this. And Jake played it hard. He did all the work here. You know what I mean? We all watched Braveheart.
I'm doing my assault roll, I take it?
Yep, you're doing your OM.
Garbage.
I mean, that hits them though.
You want to multiply that, sir?
With luck?
Yeah.
I
Ooh!
can't.
That's a 28. On top of that 28, I just want to be 100% clear. On top of that 28, so that 20, their DV, just so you know, now you know it, it's a 19. So not only is that 9 points of damage, but on top of that 9 points of damage, let me just see where the fuck's the book? Oh, here it is.
Yeah, it's 2 more on top of that, so it's 11.
You add what you're doing all out, and they're doing aggressive, so it's 3 more on top of that. It's 12 points of damage.
Oh, that might kill them.
That's 12 points of damage. That does not drop them, though. But that does make them bloodied, which means that this round... Oh, Jake, we were supposed to be rolling morale checks for last round. If you can roll a morale check with me for last round, and then we're all going to do morale checks in a second. So just me and you for last round, okay? Okay, easily defeat last round. And then this round is going to be a much more hard one for me. Easily defeated for you. So now everybody's going to roll a morale check for this round. All right, so general retreat router soldiers. So you have to do a DC 10 +1 for each allied army that has been destroyed. If this is so hold on, no, that's not what I care about. It's bloodied. Here we go, bloodied. An army that is reduced to below half of its hit points during any battle, whether its side is ultimately victorious or not, becomes bloodied. A bloodied army has lost a substantial number of its soldiers to death or permanent injury, and no amount of rest, recovery, or even magical healing can bring the unit to full fighting strength again. A bloodied army is treated as a 1 ACR less than normal for all purposes, which reduces several things. This reduction applies each time it has been bloodied, and the effects stack for the purpose of determining the unit's OM, DV, and maximum health points, and all the game effects, except for the consumption. The bloody condition can only be removed by reforming the army. So, not only is it weaker now, that also means morale is lower, but I still have to make that check again. So that means I'm now rolling like this against the morale DC. Oh my God. I saw a 1 then a 3 and I was scared for a second there. So we all beat morale checks across the board, so the morale is able to maintain, even though this army is now bloodied. We're clearing the board and everybody's rolling their initiative again. That means I'm no longer rolling with a +8 anymore either. I'm rolling with this. Oh my God, I rolled trash. And somehow I did not get onto the initiative tracker. Oh, Jake, you rolled a natty 1. Unfortunately, your army is not going to be able to act this turn, right? So they'll be able to like rush up and be there, right? But they're not going to be able to do like the fighting portion. So let's do this initiative.
Yeah.
I mean,
Makes sense. They're climbing walls.
yeah. It thematically does make sense. And again, you're just turtling. Nick just crushes me so hard. There's nothing I can do. So Nick, you can see that my army, what they're going to try to do, like, because you're going to see their tactic, they're going to attempt to do a full retreat. Okay. So first and foremost, I'm going to be switching my strategy from aggressive assault to cautious advance, but I have to make a morale check against that one. And the morale check is a DC. Where are you? I think it's a DC. It's just a basic morale check with a penalty equal to the number of steps. So it's a so I have to more or less roll again with a -2. So instead of rolling with a +7, rolling with a +5. Okay, I beat it. So I switch to from aggressive assaults to cautious advance, and their plan is to do a full retreat. So that's their plan. You're aware that that's their plan. If that changes any of your ideas, you have a +1 against me. Don't forget, Nick, if you didn't apply that last time or whatever, just remember you have a +1 because you're ahead of me. You get to go first. Lose the +2 for flanking and catching me off guard. So I think it probably equates to a -1 for your OM.
Yep.
You go right ahead and attack, sir.
I'm gonna stay the same. So.
Oh my God, my DV wasn't a 19 against you. It was a 15. So my health points are actually 4 less.
Oh.
But I'm still standing.
Yeah. Barely, I imagine.
You were.
Well, you were standing. Well,
So I take another 17, 18, 19, 18 points of damage. 18 points of damage when I had 4 health left. Oh boy. The Chargers are able to rush up, but aren't able to do anything. What they're going to try to do is try to attack you back a little bit, Nick, and try to hurt you to the best of their ability. I have to modify my OM because I don't have all these awesome bonuses against you. So it actually brings me down to a here. So I don't know what your DV is, but I'm going to go ahead and cross the fingers I get a natty 20. I got a 24. I want to hurt you. I got a 26. What's your DV?
20.
So 20, that's 6 points of damage. I apply a -1 because you did aggressive assault. You apply a +2. So 7 points of damage you take. Before I am defeated. That being said, with my army being defeated, what do you choose to do in the aftermath of the battle? Do we choose to call the battle, or do you choose to do anything additional? In the meanwhile, I'm going to have Cell call out somebody in chat to roll to see whether or not the leader is killed or whatnot.
Viking, roll me a D100. You want high.
I'm gonna take him prisoner.
Oh,
You-
you
okay.
can only help.
No. He's talking about the whole army.
Okay.
And you have the numbers put there. So can you do me a favor? When you find the numbers on the chart, can you actually snippet that, throw it into our secret chat, and pin it?
Yeah.
Thank you,
I
so
did
you're
that.
awesome.
I don't think I can pin it, but yeah.
Yeah, you can pin. You can definitely pin. You've pinned 100 things over there.
No, you've pinned him.
Are you a PC?
I am. Maybe I can pin him.
was like, pieces of pinning powers. Anyway, so we're waiting for Viking to go ahead and roll us a D100. Viking, are you there?
If Viking's not there, then let's do Joey, I guess. Secondary to Viking.
Joey, I guess.
All right, there we go. Joe, oh my God, a 93. That means he's captured, doesn't it?
Yep.
So, Nick, not only did you capture the remainder of the army, but you also captured that. So they are defeated. We're gonna have people rolling in chat to see how this hat plays out. A defeated army, not destroyed. Can you, Nick, call somebody else to roll a D4?
Who wants it?
So out of the 20, out of the 20 plus.
Snake still there? Snake, you can roll it if you're there.
This
Yeah, I can't
is.
send messages.
You can or can't?
Cannot.
That's weird. I'll fix it afterwards. So what do they roll? A D4. So that's 4. That's 2 times 2 is 4 people, meaning that of the active soldiers, there is minus 6 is 14 left, which is I think we've seen before. So I think it plays out like this. Yeah, out of an army of 20 plus a commander, there's 2 dead, 4 wounded, and 14 remaining, which is pretty typical, right? But more importantly, as Joey pointed out in chat earlier, Nick, Jake, here's the spoils. Because of the approach that you chose to do, Jake, because of the approach that you chose to do, coming out uninjured, you actually were able to defeat them, leaving fully intact their 20 Kamatori. So you don't gain a BP from this battle. There's not enough of an ACR for you guys to gain a full BP from this battle. Instead, you gain 20 full trained Kamatori that you too can decide what you want to do with. Okay? That's between the two of you.
Yep.
But you know the value of 20 Kamatori. That's several BP, I believe. So, awesome. Moving on. After the battle is done, we're gonna take it back a step. After the battle's done, you're gonna have what's her name was sneaking up behind you. And this is Urzog. And Nick, are you leading your own army?
Yes.
Urzog's gonna approach you and inform you, that I'd be like, Warlord, kind of like a thank you. I'll allow Jake to roleplay him, roleplay Urzog, but more or less thanking him for attacking from behind, but informing him that Shala has returned. I will roleplay as Shala. You are yourself. You are Urzog. Here we go. Jake, go ahead. You can inform him that Shala has returned. Just to set the stage.
Okay. Warlord Naren. It was a well-fought battle. We drew their fire. They couldn't even injure a single one of us with his armor. He pats at his armor. Your Kamatori shredded them. And we seem to have captured many prisoners. It was a battle well fought. I have other news for you. Shala has returned. She awaits you, and he'll gesture off wherever it is.
Agreed. This was a glorious battle, and you did Clan Dancho proud today and showed the true force, the true ferocity of the South.
Good bow, he said.
I need to go speak to Shala immediately.
So when you go and
My presence, or are you going alone?
You're more than welcome. He didn't dismiss you, so.
Okay, yeah. I'll go with you.
So when you go to join with, Shala's not alone, which is an important thing why Urzog was going to be there. So thank you, Nick. So when you go to meet with Shala, she's actually going to show to you that she's returned not alone. She's actually returned. She has a couple of civilians that were able to tag along, but certainly were not her focus. There's one of those like, yeah, I can manage this, and took them with her. That was not her task, so she didn't necessarily care to bring them. They were extras, casualties, if you will. But who she was able to bring back was Aurorum. One second.
Aukrum's been in my capital. You mean Roderick?
My apologies. Roderick was able to be there. I keep confused.
Some type of
I've done this like
sneaky,
17 times. No, I've done this
kidnapping
like 17
from
times.
my capital for a second
No.
there.
She returns with Roderick, right? So she has Roderick with her. And when she sees you, she says, she actually looks like she's been in a battle. Like she's actually had to fight at one point in time. She doesn't stop to clean herself up. She's actually has a bit of blood splattered on her armor. You can see that she looks tired, weary from the travel, so on and so forth. And when she sees you, she of course immediately stands up, gives the appropriate bow that your advisors do, and says, "Warlord Naren, I have returned with news."
Report.
The town was taken. It is a trap. The entire town it's set to be a trap. It looks like they're free. They're not. As soon as we march soldiers in there, the people will be burned. They will be burned alive. At least that's what it seemed like. They had packs set up around the houses and around the area. The people didn't know what they were, but if I were to guess, it's some sort of fuel set to burn the place down on our approach, so we'd get there too late. All of the advisors, they've been trying to auction them off, one by one weighing their value, one by one slaughtering them. When I got there, my intention, of course, and she looks to Roderick and says, "No offense," was Hoko. But Hoko was being actively interrogated when I got. I could not engage. If I did, I would have jeopardized everything, my presence, etc., etc. Instead, I grabbed Roderick, knowing the significance of him to Clan Densho. And she gives a nod to Urzog.
Nods back appreciatively.
You know I would have gathered Hoko if it was an option. It wasn't. We saw a little bit of resistance on the way out. It's a small scouting group. There were 3 of them. Roderick did what he could, but he's kind of he's no warrior, she says. And she gives like a Urzog like a knowing look, like, this guy.
He's not.
She says, they will not speak of our presence. Their bodies probably will be found, though.
We've been annihilating scouting parties all around the city. They know we're in the area.
There was a little bit of correspondence that happened. Warlord, the Red Mongrel's army is not small.
Shallow. Out with it.
There's supposed to be some sort of decoy, from what I was able to read on the desks. Supposed to be some sort of decoy in the plains, meant to lead us to a trap. I don't know how big this trap is meant to be, but from what I understand, they have the numbers to support it. Something struck me. They kept talking about raining hell on us. Just the use of it didn't seem like a turn of phrase. It felt too literal. I've heard rumors in the past of shaman and the like that could use magics to literally drop fire from the skies. I don't know if this is what they're referring to, but I don't think we'd be able to survive something like that. we're going to approach them, we need to make sure that they are outflanked and outmaneuvered in every way. We need to make sure that they are triggered into a trap and not triggering us into one. Do we have any word? Where the fuck is Shado?
I'll look over at Herzog.
Herzog will speak up and say, word has been sent to him. He is to be approaching us from the east.
Yes, and we've heard word that the army to the north is a decoy. They've been planning to use hit-and-run tactics to try to lure us into some kind of kill zone in the valley, in between the hills. So far, we've been managing using pincer tactics to just crush them before they can retreat, to ensure that we're cleaning up the forces here so we don't get hit from anything behind.
There was a
I
map.
guess the next decision. Go ahead.
No, go ahead. The next decision.
All right. The next decision will be to decide if we can do that with the decoy army, or if we want to try to scout the hills and take the main force by surprise. For that, we should wait for Tessel.
She nods. She says, planning is not, this isn't what I do, not this, but I have to admit a bit of a failure, Warlord. There was a map that was there, and I was so close to gathering it, but it was pinned down by too much. If I had grabbed it, it would have been too obvious that I came through the area. I did the best I could to make sure that Roderick looked like he broke out on his own. And I feel as though if I had stayed behind the few extra minutes to gather the map, that I was so close. I was like 1 DC away from being able to gather their battle map. But
the real question is will Hoko survive their administrations? Is he lost?
I can't answer that. Hogo's strong. These interrogations could just be meant to soften him. Maybe they're meant to threaten Kushibashi and send a digit or the like to try to earn profit off this. Maybe they're just sadistic. I don't know enough about this tribe, clan, whatever you want to call it.
Who knows? Maybe between him and Tonsweet, we'll have a full set of hands.
Holy shit. What the fuck?
No, it's okay. No, it's okay. Gentle repose, save the parts, flesh golem. Done and done.
We don't have any magic here, okay?
Just put it in
Not
honey.
except-
Soak it in honey from the spider eaters. Okay?
Pickling.
Yes, we have no magic, but we fight magic ice warriors who can rain fire from the sky, while giant ancient lizards live in volcanoes and fire elementals shoot up our asses. So, our magic is rare.
Those are magical creatures. That's okay.
Nice point, Nick.
Can I make a profession soldier check or something to see if putting together raining fire from the sky could be some type of siege weapons?
Sure. Yeah, go ahead.
Because I'll just tell you, one of Varix's followers was sent specifically to mercenary for the Daelish and the Perrin to learn siege warfare.
Mhm.
So Herzog is aware of that as well, but I don't know if he would put it together. So
Or Urzog's also an idiot, but you're of course more than welcome to roll.
yeah, as the general though, he would have been told why.
Oh,
Vex
of course, and he has
was doing what he was
correspondence
doing.
to get more word from back home and all that stuff. Of course.
18.
Are you happy with your 18, sir?
Yeah.
So, I mean, fire from the sky, it could be a number of different things. The likelihood of it literally being magic raining down is pretty slim. You honestly think that that's more of Shala being a bit shaken up by whatever's happening inside the town. You know what I mean? The likelihood again of a big fire from the sky, like magical spells, is probably pretty unlikely. It could be siege weapons. but it's too vague, too little information.
It's the Chinese fire rockets.
Well, we have
That's a
one of their
weapon.
commanders, so
Let's get down
why
to
isn't
business.
Fire.
why don't we let Shala find information the other way she knows how?
Murdering people.
Torture?
So actually, is she good at torture?
I have no idea. We can always just have Urzog eat his fingers again.
Is one of you guys good at torture? I'm actually
Is
looking.
that-
Michelle's best thing is she's restless. So that's a flaw of hers. And misinformation is a focus of hers. Which that would mean that she's good at also seeing through misinformation if she's choosing to torture. You know what I mean? She'd be good at kind of like piercing through that. As well as spreading it, right? Let me see something real quick over here. Oh, shadow's open. She's true neutral for alignment. So it's not that she's for torture. She's not against it. But then again,
Well, I don't
she's
think
also, you know, if you think about it, the United States is a lawful nation, right? And we're pro-torture as a
What
nation.
kind of chaotic?
I'm not saying the three of us Americans are pro-torture, but our nation is pro-torture. You know, so
Yeah. I mean, that's like, yeah. Torture has that line, right?
so totally an option. I mean, Italia has a whip. Wow, Joey. Wow.
Yeah, but we don't do torture, okay?
Hey, yeah, that whip's only for Tessel.
What the fuck?
He's got to put on the chains and get whipped.
Stop.
I know calling the United States lawful is pretty hilarious, isn't it?
Listen, you're always lawful if you're the one who wins.
Well, I mean, to be fair,
True.
whenever there's like these big like United Nations summits, we always throw the weight around. Like our nation always throws the weight around and sets out these rules, but then ignores them. Look, excuse me, these are the rules you gotta follow. I don't, but you gotta follow these rules.
It's a classic dad maneuver.
Yeah.
Right? Do as I say, not as I do.
That's so true.
Only 3 cookies on the 9th.
Yeah, they can only have 3, so I can have the rest of the sleeve. That's how it is.
Oh.
Cookies, oil, whatever, freedom.
All right, moving on. Jake's over there suffering, and you hope we follow the rules. I'm just
I tuned out everything that was going on, so I don't know what you're referring to.
Poor Jake's not feeling the best today. He needs a snuggle. Can somebody in chat please volunteer to snuggle with Jake? He'll meet you at the Sydney Opera House, and you guys can snuggle on the stage.
Is that even open?
I mean, it's
I
like
think
giant
it's open.
blankets.
I think it's open now.
It's giant
Okay.
blankets. You know, like just
Yeah.
big blankets. You snuggle under.
Those snuggle with Jake. He's only like half covered in Rona and whatever new deadly virus he has now. And
Look, I am cleared from Rona. Okay, I no longer have it. Thank you.
He's gone. Just disappears.
We're going to the Opera House.
Viking says that you're a married man, so he's not gonna cuddle with you. Sorry, Jake. You're already taken. Doors closed and locked. Back to game. Where were we? So she's going. You want her to start interrogating. It's the first commander you got.
True.
let's interrogate.
Okay. Let's see how this shit plays out. Okay. So for the interrogation, you're gonna have her doing what exactly?
Oh, God, I have no idea. Does she even have like?
Interrogation's
skill
usually
are
an
we-
intimidation skill.
Oh God.
Let's just double check this. She's not bad at
Oh
intimidate.
God. She's got one. Oh no, I'm looking at Zara, not Shala. That's why.
Ba, 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 ba. So there's an interrogation spell.
That's an 8.
Pathfinder RPG.
Jeez, Viking. We're not gonna draw and quarter the guy.
Draws and quarters them like the Huns.
What the fuck? You just said dragging him on the back of a commatory, like on the
Listen,
ground.
we're gonna go all like medieval English king against William Wallace. Let's just start gutting them and then tear them apart. That'll be good.
Okay. And then we also have Urzog here as well, who's I'm assuming going to be assisting in this situation, right? So Urzog. I'm just loading up his character sheet. Just takes a minute. So Urzog, his intimidation's a +10. Hers is a +8. So he's definitely going to be looking to assist her. So it looks like Jake had to step away for a second, which is perfectly fine. While he's stepped away, why don't we go ahead and give his he's going to do the intimidation. She's going to do a bluff. So she'll be somewhat like lying to them to get information, right? Based off of what she already knows.
Good.
So I'll roll for Urzog. You'll roll for her afterwards. Okay. Or better yet, since Jake's not here, we'll have somebody in chat roll for Urzog. Hey, Viking. True blue. True blue. Do what you do. True blue. Get her done, Viking. Wow.
That's a roll.
Viking. You not only do you not aid her, you actually are going to impede the entire process. You do not intimidate them at all. At all. We're going to call you a false flag now. You are a false flag. No true blue anymore, Viking. Change your name in Discord to false flag. Rosin? Rosin. What is up with the Southern Hemisphere?
Yo, hey, Viking, gotta change your Twitch name from blue to something else, okay? No longer true blue.
They're just experiencing life in the shoes of Nick Rolls. All right, it's okay. It'll pass. They'll get used to the disappointment.
Listen, we just need Steve here to roll natty 1 just to truly emulate Jake. This is what happens when Jake shares up sick. All right. Moving on. Back to you guys. Nick, you can go ahead and roll for Shala, but she's going to get that natty 1. She's going to be rolling with a -2, and the whole thing's been shifted. It's a bluff check. Okay.
All right.
So you rolled halfway decent. It's actually pretty fucking good. So while Urzog is not intimidating in the least bit, he's just not threatening at all. Shala's coaxing, right? She's bluffing. She's lying to them about the information that she has, extending it a little bit further, trying to manipulate it, using what she remembers of the map, so on and so forth, to try to get some information out of them. She's not doing this in front of you either. She's doing this, kind of just to try to play the sides. Let him know that they have, mind you, this could actually be something that plays out. This isn't necessarily a bluff, but letting them know that they have an opportunity to go and to leave, to get out of here. It's one of those, like, you could have freedom or you could be eaten alive. I guess kind of like the way it's going. Anyways, she eventually comes back with the information that she was able to kind of gather off of them. Urzog sucking balls and her, being a champ. She'll come back to inform me what she's able to find out. Warlord, I have a bit of news that I was able to get off of the commander. He's a little worse for wear, but breathing. Still breathing. Urzog took it a little bit too far. I think it's because didn't find Urzog particularly intimidating. Even still, just kind of laughing at him. Urzog might need a minute. He's stomping off somewhere pretty pissed. I didn't let him eat him, or his fingers shrugged. The actual army of the red mongrel is easily 2,000 strong. The full force, if we were to face it at once, is easily 2,000 strong. The benefit we have is that they tend to run multiple campaigns at once. You don't tend to find the whole group together. So usually come the winter season, they'll split into 2 groups of 1,000 with a general commanding each one of those groups. And then it's broken down further with various commanders having different tasks for whatever campaign they're maintaining. That's the good news. And the bad news. To expand on what we already knew, this was meant to expose us. They attacked one of the weakest clans in the south, knowing its ties to the other clans. Knowing that it'll expose us when we come to its rescue. How exposed? I don't know if it's too late. I don't know if they're already in our homes, or if they're waiting to lead us further. I don't know if the end goal is Kushibashi, if the end goal is Shado, Densho, Skull, or any of the others down here. But the plan is to leave us exposed. That's all I was able to get. They know the overall plan, but they don't know all the nuanced details. I can't know all the nuanced details. It's a tactic. Can't give away information you don't have. Urzog wanted to rip any information he could out of him, but he was starting to lie. I did tell him that if you deemed the information to be useful, that you would let him go. I didn't promise freedom for speaking, only if you deemed it useful.
If I let him go, can you follow it?
Unless you have something more important for me to do.
Understood. Did we learn where their next contact point was?
There's what we've heard about multiple times now, as I've heard more and more of the details since I rejoined with you and Urzog. There's the group that's just to the northeast of where we are. The group that is in the plains, the valley, that's there. And then there's a larger force that happens to be inside the hills. I don't know how large these different groups are. If I had to guess, big.
Understood. I'll summon the warlords.
She nods. She says, I don't know how much longer they're going to hold before they act. Again, if they're not already acting. So, the sooner decisions are made, likely the better.
Do you think there's any way to recover Vosk?
Honestly, if we just charge right into it, could we save the people that are there? If We threw everything at it, moved in quickly, quietly, as best as possible. Maybe. There's a chance. Maybe we can save the people, the buildings, whatever's left of it. But she gestures out off the hills down to the valley below. They're in the hills.
Once more with
As
feeling.
long as they're in the hills, we're in a kill box. They'll surround us. We'll lose.
My thoughts were more of take the city, dismantle it, and fortify.
I think that they'll act too quickly. Just like Kushibashi. They're able to act and react faster than most other clans. They're just as well trained in the commatory as our soldiers are, sometimes better, if rumors are true.
I need top screen.
She nods.
Let's wait for Clan Tesla to join. And we'll make our decision from there.
Didn't you say Tesla was approaching from the east?
Correct.
Isn't it likely that he's going to clash with the army if he approaches from the east?
Then I guess we march to Tesla.
Try to circumvent them? Have them not notice us?
Yes, we'll go for another flank maneuver. If we can get ourselves and Dencho in place, even if they're a larger force, if we can perhaps pin them in between us and Tesla, we may have a chance. We can't let them go unbloodied either way.
You said Warlord Tesla's with Clan Skull? I'm not familiar with where Clan Skull is.
Clan Skull is to the east. I have no insight into their forces or strength.
Is it possible you think Clan Skull has a map of the region?
That is something we can find out.
Perhaps we should send runners to Tessel and have him hold back. The longer we wait, the more it's going to cost us and the more lives are going to be lost. But at the same time, if we go rushing in too quickly, the more it's going to cost us, the more lives are going to be lost. We could send scouts that way, or I can go myself to meet with Tessel.
Send scouts. If we're going to pull back, I'm going to watch you in the capital as soon as possible.
I will send them as quickly as possible to meet with Warlord. I'm not sure which path you think he's going to take to arrive, so I suggest we send 3 runners going in 3 different directions. And we'll see which way he goes.
Make it happen.
Okay.
You communicate any of that with Herzog?
Herzog was here for the conversation. Well, no,
if he
that's
was
not
here,
true.
then-
Yeah, no. He was stomping around.
You said
Yeah.
he walked away.
Because he rolled 91. He sucked.
Yeah, do you communicate any of what you want to do in regarding to Tesla to Herzog?
Oh, but yeah, we'll relay to make sure that Dencho is in the know.
Herzog would suggest instead send one of your swiftest riders to Kabe. Varix is able to get a message to Warlord Tesla instantly. It cannot be intercepted. We should have him head south.
Then we'll send 4 runners. At the very least, we need to have one of our own, at least one of our own, with Tessel to run messages back and forth. Kabe is, even on the swiftest of Kamatori with the greatest of rider, the better half of a day away. That's the better part of a day away. A tireless rider could be there and back in 1 day, certainly, but that is pushing things to the limit. Having alternative plans would be better here, I think.
Fine. Cover all bases.
I do want to remind you, just so you know, Nick, of Shala having this ability. I think it only really works inside locations. What level is she? She's level 4, so it's a whole city is all she has right now. Yeah. She's level 4, 3, 4, whatever, so she's a whole city. So she can get like some really good stuff, but not yet. It's like the spell Commune. So nah, she can't really use it yet. Too bad. It's level 7 when she gets the fucking honeycomb. That's huge.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean that's a lot. That's a lot of square miles.
Yeah. Anyways, so she's going to send 3 runners to the east. She's going to stay with you and send a runner to the south. And that's going to happen. Needless to say, later on that day, they're going to be able to get to Warlord Varix and going to be able to deliver Varix the word. But Varix already responded back to Tesla, didn't he?
If this is the same day.
All that took place on the same day. So that word's going to be delivered to Varix, and that's fine. We're going to go to the next day shortly. So all that played out. That was the day riding up there. Technically speaking, each round of combat in mass combat is actually multiple days. So technically speaking, Tessel,
Well,
another
isn't it hours?
It's sorry. Each round of combat is several hours, and it was 3
Yeah.
rounds of combat, and then stuff took place afterwards. So technically speaking, by the time Jake, a rider gets there, it will be the next day. So you can imagine you stay behind another whole day, a whole day of just staying there.
Yeah, we will probably. I'm discussing. I have like Aaliyah, Warlord of Skull, and their general and commanders, and we're discussing like the approach the army should take. Right.
Yep.
I'm working with them.
Yep. And they're going to have you move directly eastward up into the hills, so you can kind of look down below and make sure things are safe, and that's where things are going to start, right? And so you spent an entire day there. So sorry, they battled yesterday. You talked yesterday. Then it's today, the day that you're just chilling there, the day that Varix receives the message and sends you word while their armies are just hanging back. Nick, can you please open up the book, Complete Battle, and look at the rules for healing immediately after combat and how much healing you get from an entire day of sitting there? Okay? I'm going to handle other stuff shortly, but you can go ahead and do that. And Varix, what word do you send to Tessel?
Varys would have been sent a message apprising him of the situation. And sorry, my head's a bit foggy right now. Do we want him to stay where he is, or we want him to head south?
Probably like this, right? Set here.
Not necessarily that far south. Jesus. It
Well,
all
I mean, it's
depends.
only-
It all depends on the tactics that you guys want to take. I mean, I obviously know what like a good tactic, whatever would be, but clearly you guys do not, right?
All right. Well, I think we need to work that out before any message is sent. Like as in like the day before. Nick, what are you wanting to do as far as I like Urzog would voice his opinion that leaving our capitals so open and losing them is would be catastrophic to the clan. Knowing what's going on, maybe sending like a small scouting party of soldiers or something. Because what I wanted to do originally was fucking set fire to Bosk, but we've got Roderick back. You don't have yours, so he'll offer you the opinion that you should that we should do it, but he'll be understanding in the fact that your man's still there.
See, I wanted to basically sack Vok and take it and then burn it and then leave. But if we're not going to have time to do that.
Yeah, my theory is that in doing that, we leave ourselves open to attack from the hills, but not only that, attack at one or multiple of our capitals. I tentatively am saying I could be the safest in my army is very close to my capital. Yours is a lot further, as well as your northern town is quite close to where their main army is rumored to be. Reinforcing strategically as much as like we want Vosk, it's our vassal. You know what I mean? And we.
I don't really give a shit.
Vosk is dead. Realistically speaking, it's not a clan after this.
But it's what do we want to do? We either just leave it, because that's what I mean. Hoko is still there. He's a member of your council, one of your trusted allies. But I don't know what to do. We can't really raid it. So I'm at a standstill as where to go.
Yeah, basically, if we were gonna raid it, like you said, we'd have to take it by surprise and take it out fast.
But if they've got an army of 1,000 nearby, we're fucked anyway, to be honest.
Yeah.
But you know,
So
let's for
here's another
argument's
thought:
sake.
is can we lure them into their own trap?
The Mongrel is very military minded, so I would doubt it. I mean, it's always an option. I don't know if anyone's got any special abilities, any of the advisors that could assist.
Yeah, because if we could make it look like we took Vok and occupied it, and then have them come and charge in to retake it, and then we just light it up while they're in the city. You know, I love Hoko. Hoko's my bro, but sacrifice is going to be made.
Yeah. I think we really need Tessel's opinion on how to move forward, because 3 of us. But I am very worried about. I mean, Herzog even said more or less, stay in the cities. Don't let yourself be drawn out. His advice to you is that we retreat, have open lines of communication. If one is attacked, then the other will reinforce with whatever can be spared. But right now, we're in a disadvantageous position. Vosk is gone. We just don't know how long it's going to be there. The longer we leave our troops just out in the field, either leaves them up to be ambushed themselves, or one of the capital or other cities to be attacked. I'm thinking you're most likely to be attacked. That's my assumption. Although it could be any of us. I was thinking most likely your northernly town.
Yeah. So what we're most likely going to have to do, I mean, it sucks because we already mobilized.
Yeah.
Is basically Tesla's already advanced, so I have no problem with cutting and going back to Kuchibashi and building up my forces.
Mm-hmm.
But it's just what the rest of you think we should do.
We can't really take the fight to them. That's the problem. We don't have the numbers. Although if we just sit and wait in our cities too, one's gonna probably be attacked anyway.
Yeah.
It's a lose-lose situation no matter what we do.
So I think we try to take out their diversionary army again, just to keep whittling them down. I think our best bet is to just slowly piecemeal them. If they want to play hit and run, we can do it better. That's my thought.
You can. I can't match your speed. Not by a third. You know what I mean?
I think that the same tactic works though. Basically, we lure them in with you and you being the main tanking force. I'll come in for the fast strike, and then maybe we have, whatever Tesla's good at.
The only problem with that is we move into that spot there next to Vosk. They're just going to set fire to Vosk at the side of us, which is what they said was going to happen. That's just instant loss of Vosk.
So we just don't move there.
You want to have them come to us, though? That would be the only way we'd be able to take them.
I don't think so. Yeah. I mean, we got to lure them to us.
That's what I mean, because we can't push to them. I think for now we should await. The longer we wait, though, that's the problem.
Again, I think it works. I think we take Vosk. We try to take it by surprise. We lure them in, we flee, and we burn them in the city that they set up.
We've got no chance of taking Vosk. Like, no chance. That's a death trap and a half.
No balls, no glory.
Fortune favors the bold.
Sorry, my
That's right. Until we natty
my
one.
internet's cut out. I can't actually hear you guys.
Oh.
Fortune favors the bold, he says. That kind of bullshit is written by the victors. It's like every time you read those books about like, this is how you be successful, but it's like written by the one person out of 50,000 that was successful, not because they were unique. It was a combination of just fucking luck, but right place, right time, some sort of background that assisted them, as well as skill. You know, like,
yeah, but like, you know, being a general, sometimes you have to do a bold plan to win. Okay.
Sure. Also, sometimes being a bold plan means your nation doesn't exist anymore, but somebody else who did win with their bold plan gets fucking romanticized in history.
Listen, all right. Julius Caesar, okay? How many bold plans did he do? That was literally every army he ever fucking led. All right? He did wild shit, all right? He built 2 walls to surround the city.
The guy had lead poisoning.
No, that was before they used lead spoons.
Mm-hmm.
And also, Julius Caesar is actually a fucking great general, so...
Mm-hmm.
Unironically. Doesn't matter what you say, all right? You don't understand. He got stabbed in the back. Listen, all right? He had a problem, right? He trusted his friends too much. Unironically. Biggest L.
Tessel, is this like your kind of like story?
Yeah, are you guys gonna murder me? What the fuck?
Is Brutus your Naito, Brutus?
Well,
Naito?
doesn't really work because Brutus was younger than Caesar. And he wasn't really...
Yes, that was the detail he was referencing. Age of the...
Yeah, it doesn't really work there, you know? Brutus wasn't really like anything to Caesar, other than the fact that like Caesar killed his dad.
All right, so Jake's back.
And
Hi, Jake.
you killed Naito's wife, so that's good.
I haven't done anything.
Yet.
I'm not gonna kill her at all. What the fuck?
Jake, you were in the middle of saying...
I do not think a push for Vosk is advisable in the slightest. Not only that, even if we do manage to take it, in that time where they know that's happening, one of our settlements are going to be attacked. The only thing that I can think of is to just take Vosk down in the only way that we can, to show that we can't be fucked with that way, and fucking just rain some fire arrows on the thing and let the incendiaries do their thing. It's the only hiccup is Hoko. It's the only hiccup in that plan.
Or we just walk away and leave it as is.
Oh, we could do that, yeah. We can completely
right now they have to expend forces to keep it monitored.
We can always, if we wanted to show weakness in a way, we could just ransom Hoko.
No.
Yeah. But I think each one of our settlements in our own territory is more important than Vosk.
Yeah, I don't care about the city in itself. I'm just trying to figure out a way to take a good chunk of their forces out. And
I think we need to have the upper hand, whereas right now they do. I think if this is what I was saying, we're in a fucked situation because realistically, if there's a force of 1,000 around, right? Hopefully the other force of 1,000 is somewhere harassing other clans away from all of us, and they're not both attacking us, because that's just GG's.
So
But even
1 second, Jake.
One force of, yeah.
So let's say there's 2,100-ish, split evenly between the two.
This number keeps growing. I'm just saying. Yeah, I don't like.
Oh, I said it's over 2,000. So let's call it 2,000 for simplicity. and there's 1,000 either side. If you're dealing with only 1,000, you already know where 60 are because, you know, they're either dead, injured, or held at blade point, right? So 60 of 1,000, that leaves 940 left. You already know where another 100 to 200 are, which is just to the northeast of where your current little armies are. You already know that that's where another group is at the moment. So that leaves 840 to 740 left elsewhere. So it's not 1,000 elsewhere. But even still, that other, let's call it 700 soldiers, those are not necessarily all together. Those could also be broken up into smaller chunks in different places. You have no idea. So it's not like it's like there's a whole army of 1,000 sitting somewhere. You know that it's broken up into chunks spread out. Continue, Nick.
Look, even if they're split in 300, that's way, like, we can't take this fight right now. Like, we can't take it. We will not win. If our armies get defeated and they went to the capitals, like, we're fucked. I don't know what to do. Hopefully that they weren't planning on fucking killing us, you know what I mean? Because, I mean, they seem to not hit and run, but, like, they draw people out, attack, kill some important people, and then usually leave. Like, they'll raid, right? The best we hope for is a raid on one of our outlying settlements. Because we ain't winning no fights. We don't have the manpower. This is why we need... It's hard because a lot has happened in so little time. We haven't had time to build up. So fighting a fight that's way out of our league right now is just not possible. And even hitting them in these little groups, like, we could go after this, I think there was like 100 or 150 or whatever it was, and we can take them out, right? Mm-hmm. But then what about the rest? And like the commander said, we're leaving ourselves open. And I for one, don't want my capital raided at all, and some of my advisors killed or some dumb shit like that. Stop smiling, Scott.
Well, I mean, if Densho wants to withdraw, we're not going to force you to move. We can withdraw. We're just going to make sure that Tessel's not drawn out and then, you know, slapped.
Yeah. I mean, Urzog's own special ability advice shit was stay put. But it's what we will do will depend on what you do. Because, I mean, if you just charge off, we're not abandoning our ally, but we're kissing goodbye, fucking, you know, something.
My dude, I'm a 50 unit strong army. I'm not charging off anywhere. Okay.
Yeah. No, that was friends. That was friends. He's like, I'm gonna fuck you up, right, guys? Guys?
Yeah, that's exactly it. I'm the short dude who's good at a sucker punch.
You know what would be really good? Getting Tesla on this, so I can have input too.
So what do we want? What do we want Tesla to do? Where do we want him to move?
So because he has not sent his 25 message word from Varix yet.
Yeah.
So what we want Tesla to do is to determine if his friends have a map. B, ask if Scott's having a stroke.
I'm just nervous what chat's saying.
Oh God, what the fuck?
It's been very active this past week.
I don't know what Snake just did.
Don't worry, nothing yet. Keep going.
I don't know how I feel about any of this.
Don't worry about it. Number one, ask if they have a map. Number two.
Yeah, just tell me what I need to do so I can do it.
Yeah.
Because unfortunately, Cell can't make his decisions because he's not there to.
Yeah, that's what I mean. We need map of the area and where do we want him to head? We want him to stay where he is. We know where he is. or do we want him to head
Yeah,
south
tell him
back
to
to his
stay where
capital
he
or
is and
southwest?
stay where he is and see if he's about to get attacked.
Okay.
To call it. Actually, just tell him to assess the situation where he is. Tell him what's going on, and if he decides to go, he can go. That's fine.
All right.
I don't mind going home and trying to recruit another 50 people.
Yeah.
But okay, realistically speaking, if they have 1,000 people there, right? 50 people isn't gonna be what makes a difference.
But it won't be 1,000 again.
Well,
Yeah.
Even
But
if
they
it's 300, just
people.
saying.
Straight up
Even
though,
300.
straight up though, they could easily have 500. Like that's a legit number that you could walk against. 500. But
Yeah.
if you are walking against 500 and you have an army of 50 soldiers, an army of 50 very well equipped soldiers, an army of 50, what do they call it, militia, an army of 50 well equipped and mounted soldiers, and an army of 100 soldiers. Not only does that equal what 400 or whatever it is, but on top of that, you also have a on top of that, you also have like very well equipped. That doesn't, you're also going against well equipped people, but you have it's 400 against 500. Those are not horrible odds. Not great, but not horrible odds.
Yeah. Also,
The
we
difference
have,
is defeat is could possibly be clan ending. That's the thing.
It certainly would set you back quite a while. Now, mind you, being defeated and being destroyed or being disbanded, right? Defeat is not the end of the world. Destroyed or disbanded fucking suck.
All right, 25 words to Tessel.
yeah. All right. Tell me, Jake, what's up?
While you think of your words, I have to have a side little chatter with Tessel.
Oh, what the fuck are you doing? Did I get my birthday surprise?
No. Why? When's your birthday?
Yeah, it's today. It's right now.
Oh, I didn't tell you birthday was a thing. Happy birthday.
Yeah.
Happy birthday.
Happy 15
happy
minutes of
birthday.
being 21.
Yeah, I can buy alcohol now.
Wait, should we have a toast?
No, I don't have alcohol.
You don't have any alcohol in your dorm?
No.
Aren't you in college in America?
I don't think I think we used to have some, but we haven't had a hang out with people in a while.
Wait, you tell me
That's
you
all.
and your roommates don't have a single beer there?
There might be, but I don't want to drink beer. Fuck that.
You gotta have something so we can toast to you. I don't want to peer pressure you into having alcohol you don't want. To be
No,
clear, I'm
no,
anti-peer
fucking-
pressure.
Beer is
But-
fucking nasty, dude. I only get sweet drinks, okay? Or
You don't have
Mexicans.
listen, you're a college student, a bottle of Carlo Rossi, a box of wine, a fucking, help me out here, Nick. What's some of the other shit that Bacardi? People always drink Bacardi. God, it's so gross.
Bacardi's nasty.
Oh, hey, Scott, do you remember 99 Bananas?
No, I forgot. No, that did not exist in my brain. Why did you bring that up? You brought that up when we hung out with Josh before. Why do you keep putting this back in my head? So hold on. Sel, do you not have in your entire apartment any alcohol that you are willing or wanting to drink?
I don't think so.
Well, I'll toast for you.
Okay.
I still have a bottle of 17-year single malt sitting next to me from, I think, Wednesday night.
I can get some Saturday, Scott, okay?
No, it's okay. I've got. Cheers. Happy birthday to my homie.
Yeah,
All
it's
right.
also expensive, so.
Well, good alcohol is expensive. Cheap alcohol is not expensive.
That's also true.
Just get yourself some Kharkov and some Sunny D.
Dude, you know what Nick and I used to do? When I lived in Woonsocket, there was a liquor store that was maybe like 4 blocks away. And we would go there because they would sell really good alcohols on this, like they had like a microbrew rack, but it was all about to go out of date because nobody bought it because you're in Woonsocket. And Woonsocket is just like, they all drink trash beer. So anyways, we would go there and we'd buy like Kona, we'd buy like, I can't even remember all the different alcohols, like tons of different beers, but it was all like half off. because they were like, oh, it's about to go out of, I just got to recover my losses on this one. And so we'd buy it when it was like 2 weeks away from like expiring. And we'd be like, fuck yeah. And that's like, you got to find spots like that, Like,
there's only like chain stores here. North
No.
Carolina
And then-
isn't a pick. No, North
you
Carolina
got to have
isn't
mom
a-
and pops. You got to have packies.
No.
Benefit
North
is you get to have
Carolina
a
is
dead
a-
beer drawer.
North Carolina is a stricter state for alcohol than Mass.
Dude, Massachusetts has some pretty fucking strict laws. Like, they
No,
weren't allowed
there's,
to
like-
sell alcohol until like a handful of years ago on
You
Sunday.
realize, there's a bunch of dry counties in my state.
Okay, that's fucked up.
Okay, so I don't. Whatever you want to say.
My
you're from
state is
the
way
fucking-
too Catholic to have tri-counties.
You're the
way
fucking
too
from the-
Catholic.
bro, you're from the north. You don't understand.
No.
All right. There's a bunch of dry counties here.
No, way too Catholic for that shit. No. We got booze.
No, they're Christian here. Just
Yeah.
Oh.
Non-denominational or whatever you want. Not probably white evangelical.
yes,
Yeah.
they are.
Yeah.
That's what it is. Baptist normally.
Let me do this message while Semi got it.
Oh no! I have to do my thing to sell first because it's gonna
Well,
change.
good.
It's I suppose you say your message, but before Cell can respond, I will tell you what Cell has.
Yeah.
So you say your message, so I don't skew yours.
All right, so it's 1,000 mongrel soldiers scattered around. Get area map and assess. What else would he say? You have 15 words left. If you have anything you want to input, Nick, tell me because it would have been in a message to Varix. Do we want him to head south or stay where he was?
You guys said leave it up to me.
Yeah, well, I mean, you assess your situation. If it looks like it's going to be a shitstorm to the south, don't go south. Just tell it's just a shitstorm,
Yeah.
We're basically counting on you for reconnaissance and next steps on where to move. We know the north is a trap. We know Vosk is a trap. Right now I'm trying to kill as many of their soldiers as possible before we go and hunker back down again.
Well, I told you to find a map and assess.
I mean, if we can decimate their forces on this run, take that solid 10%, I'm happy.
Yeah.
Just
Currently engaging small forces. Settlements could be in danger. I don't know. That's what you get.
Okay. Is that all the words?
It's 24. Yeah.
Yo, sorry, finishes it.
I was thinking that.
All right. So a runner comes up from the south, from your south, their cell.
Yeah.
A runner comes up to from your clan to inform you that in the hills just outside of your clan, there apparently is an army that have marched there, and they held up on one of the small hills that are there. They've set up a very temporary.
This side or this side?
You can actually see it on the map.
No, I can't. Oh, I thought that was the scouts. Okay.
So, anyways, that is runners come up directly from the south to inform you. Again, all of your clans have a handful of commatory, not many of them, but they're just for delivering messages, right? Riders for messages. So, anyways, they come up to deliver you a message that an army of what is it? From Clan Kagong.
Oh shit.
An army of 100 has come to join you.
We're getting the alliance. This fits so fucking well for what I want to do with this.
So
Let's
the
go.
army of Kagong has come to assist you because they are they're the ones that have lost everything, and this is an opportunity once again to seize the moment to potentially heavily wound, if not completely destroy, the Red Mongrel. This army of 100 soldiers has come forward to join you on the battlefield. Beyond that, with permission of your clan, another 2 armies of 25 each would like to patrol your lands to try to hold off any that might attack your clan. You had a very good opening with her. Things went exceedingly well, and she's hoping to make relations work well moving forward.
Oh shit!
Fortune has favored you this day.
I hate you, Scott. You're pushing this large scale battle. I just want to say one thing. Just wait 1 second. Wait 1 second. All right. Let's all remember. I appreciate the 150 troops, but I clearly remember a trump card giving an extra 1,000.
Oh no!
enemies.
The numbers were broken back then, though. Numbers were broken back then. So it literally says a runner comes to inform of a large army marching to their aid. May fortune favor the brave. It's literally what it says.
Shit.
Word for word.
Okay. Yeah. I accept graciously accept this. And I accept the request to have 25 men patrol. And
Groups of 25, so 50 patrolling your
or
lands.
50 men patrolling my lands.
Mhm.
And then I want them to send a runner back to Naito. And I want him to come join the army.
Wait, you want to take Naito out of your home? So who's going to be the acting leader while you're gone?
We're gonna send Aaliyah back.
Oh, you want Naito to take over the army?
Yeah.
Oh.
If we're having this troops, I need Naito here, right? This has to be a display of Clan Shado.
Okay.
And Mayumi's also there as a commander. She's not in the thing, but you know.
Okay, so you have to respond with 25 words or less.
To Jake, well, first, before I respond, because I can choose to respond later, right? I can activate my stone later, correct?
Yeah.
I'm gonna go and ask if they have a map of the region, specifically the area northwest. And
Have your
northeast of
character
us.
roll me a flat diplomacy check, like a normal diplomacy check for you. Again, these people are helpful though. So
Yeah.
Jake, you just got a Winnie.
I don't have a
Thank
winning
you.
anymore. I need to mark that. Diplomacy.
You hear that beg that he just did? there?
Fucking hell. No, I was just deleting it. They just don't have a map, I guess.
They don't provide you with a map, unfortunately.
Not anyone should even count here. Like, this is like, they're sending their own troops into this fucking hellhole. So, I just assume they don't have a map.
Yep. Like I said, they don't provide you with one. Yeah, you spill coffee on the map.
No, I would get
Oh.
at least a reflex save for that one, okay?
No. Nope, you just natty one coffee all
My
over the
plus, no, hey, my plus 15 reflex save would be.
map. They roll out the map for you, and you're like, "Thank you, I appreciate it." And then you like open up a window, and like a gust of wind like knocks over a candle, and like you're engaging. You're like, "Oh boy, it just smells so beautiful outside." Ah, someone must have a fire out there. Who is it that has such
Okay.
a beautiful fire lit?
Hey, let me say my response, Scott. Okay, come on.
Oh.
Kagong sends aid. We must strike now while fortune favors us.
Numbers, man.
That's 10.
No, I mean, you didn't give us your troop numbers.
100 men
Plus,
additional to the
we-
150.
I
I've done it. I've told you. Shut the fuck up, Nick. I said 100 additional men to the 150. All right.
did you
Suck
ever
my-
tell us there was 150?
Yes, I did. I told Jake last time.
Are you not bringing Naito as well?
I am.
Another 50?
No. I think we're leaving that army. Maybe. I'll leave it up to Naito's discretion.
Okay.
Because if he doesn't want to take it, then we won't take it, right?
I don't know. You're the warlord, right? Or am I wrong?
Yeah, but he's the general, so he understands how the armies work more than I do. I know how to delegate responsibilities. I'm not a commander. Right? I have -1 profession soldiers. Check. So, just like you're not leading a fucking army,
You are
Jake,
commanding
okay?
your
I'm not
Hey,
commanding. I'm leading it.
let me tell you something. With your news, it looks like Varix has no choice but to enter. Varix enters the battle.
Let's
He will
go.
meet up and fight all 3 warlords because he's not sitting back while we go against a ridiculously stupid number right now.
So we're bringing, once Scott gets back, I'm gonna.
Yeah, again, we're not going after their main force. If we can crush this couple hundred force strong,
Yeah, we didn't really need the extra 100 from Kagong to defeat this 100-sized army, but it's
overwhelming force is the way to go. But,
yeah, well, it helps us display.
Well, what's gonna happen is we're gonna attack this army, and then either we're gonna get ambushed or we're gonna get like news that one of our cities is under attack. That's what's gonna happen, and then we're gonna fight a bigger force.
Maybe
that's fine. Again, I'm at the biggest risk here. I feel like. I mean,
yeah, I'm gonna actually tell Naito to come with the 50 men. Let us make a decisive blow today. So I'm telling Naito to come with the troops, by the way, Scott.
I went to do a bit, but it took way too long to find the map, and I still can't find the candle.
So Naito's coming with the 50 troops. We're gonna meet in this field.
Down there?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, because they're marching 1 day, 2 days for them, 2 days for me. So the armies can be united.
So Naito's bringing the rest of the soldiers, you're saying?
Yeah, we left 50 there in the first place.
Yep.
Now we have 50 troops defending anyway.
So that takes how long for you to travel there? 2 days, you said, or 1?
2 days. It's 2 days in total for both armies. So we're gonna be joined together in 2 days.
Boys, you have 2 days to kill. What are you doing with 2 days?
Varix will join with the main army.
Which you mean down here?
Where we are, I think, yeah.
So that means you're going to be more or less traveling down this way and across here. Which, since you move at what, one hex a day, that would take you 4 days. So not a big deal.
I would tell them we should meet.
3 days, sorry.
Why would we meet over there when there's an army that we know is right next to us?
I was gonna say Tesla sent a message. We're gonna meet north of the hill. This hill. Right.
These hills you guys will have to name. You know what I mean?
Yeah, well, there's nothing special about this hill. There's not even a mine on it. It was going to be my quarry eventually. But I might not need it with Skull maybe being my vassal in the future.
Call it Quarry Hill.
Stony tops, because the tops are particularly stony and not lacking vegetation.
Whatever it might be. Moving on. So, where you guys want to meet? Let's put a token to where you guys want to meet. I'm going to drop a flag for you. Okay.
Here. I think
looking at that, you want to meet like more or less here, right?
Yeah, I want to meet here.
Okay, yeah, but if we leave here, they could take this hill, and then that puts us at a disadvantage.
I'm not saying we should meet there. Sorry, correction. I'm saying I'm going here. This is where my destination is.
Okay, so freedom is going to be where?
Here.
Right here is where I'm heading. Okay.
Yeah, I'm basically heading this is my plan, right? Because I know there's an army here somewheres. I know somewhere's southeast of Bosk. I want to avoid it because I don't want to lose the surprise of our troops. Even though this is a big plan, I can't really avoid that though.
Okay, so that's where you inevitably intend to meet. You first want to meet with your armies over here.
Yeah.
And then you want to come over here.
2 days. So 4 days till I meet there or arrive there.
Okay. Let's just alter this coloration slightly. Make it darker.
Let's go.
There you go. So Jake and Nick, then what are you guys doing? Are you staying on the hill to hold it or what?
Yeah, it's scouting.
Okay. Staying on the hill to hold it. And how are you scouting? Because every time you scout, you chance losing scouts.
We'll just cautiously range. Again, we're going to focus more on being unseen than that. And by the way, it's after battle, it's half your ACR. And then every 24 hours, you heal your ACR. So I'm back up to full.
Okay, cool. Especially since days are passing. Well, that being said, why don't we flash forward 2 days really quickly? And then we're going to touch on some other stuff. So the full army is going to be here, and this one is going to march down to here. as previously stated, right? And then you also have this one over here, which I'm going to turn a couple of degrees so it's more easily represented. So you have the 3 armies meet there, and Tesla's going to get deleted because he no longer has to count as a piece. And same thing with Grand Diplomat. She gets deleted too because she returns home.
Yes.
All right. So that's where you have an army of, I believe you brought what, 100 cell? And you have 2 different groups. So you have 300 with you.
No, I have 100. Yes, I have 300. You're correct.
Okay.
50, and then 250 real troops, and then 50 militia.
Correct. Yes. And those are all different armies, which is perfectly fine. All right. Awesome. And you boys have stayed here for the past 2 days while that happened, correct?
Correct.
Cool.
Yep.
Things aren't going to play that easily. But before we go into how that other stuff is going to play out, we need to watch Cell do his kingdom rolls. Hey, baby, it's been a hot minute, baby. Also, if you think about how many days have passed, everybody has to pay for the consumption of their armies again.
Okay. Yeah.
So everybody pay consumption for your army.
All right, so I pay 4 consumption then. Oh, actually, no. I pay less than that. I technically pay 2 consumption. Because each 50 army is less consumption than the 100 army.
Well, you now have the 100 active.
Oh,
Oh,
okay,
no,
so
no,
we're
no,
playing.
no, no.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah.
So I'm paying. Okay, yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
You boys pay your consumptions as well back home. And then we're going to do Cell's Kingdom rolls. It's been a hot minute since we did Kingdom rolls, boys and or girls.
Yeah. Let's make sure Shadow Clan's numbers are correct. Control DC is correct. All right. I am good to roll. All right. So let's start, right? Upkeep phase.
Yep. So it starts up. Just 1 second. I'm dropping to where I need to be. Okay. So first things first is going to be the upkeep phase, which, to be clear, before you roll that, your control DC should be 39, your economy should be 44, loyalty 36, stability 41. You have not gained any unrest for anything that's been going on right now because nothing bad has happened to you yet. Currently, Shadow Tesla, it says that you are the warlord. Is that because you already rolled without you being the warlord?
I just didn't change the names. All the stats are correct.
Oh, I see. But you have a much lower stat and whatnot.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Tesla would provide 9 and 3.
I can hear my cat vomiting because it's a fucking horrible creature that needs to die. Your expense is currently written as 0, which is really weird.
Well, I just didn't factor in the armies because we're taking it off manually because it's weekly, so it's kind of weird to do the expenses.
Yeah. But I just mean like you have no claims, terrain, buildings, and edicts, and all the other stuff.
I didn't do anything.
Okay, cool.
Last month was a stabilizing month. I wasn't there, remember?
Let's start with your first kingdom roll. Good, sir.
Upkeep phase. Shadow. No mod. Fucking hell.
Oh,
I hate my life. What the fuck is this?
That is a 32. That's a 32. You can't even luck yourself to save that. Oh boy.
What?
So you fail by 5 or more.
Okay, it's a 2.
So 32 is 34. You fail by 5 or more.
No, that wasn't luck. That was the unrest.
Oh, okay. I thought you rolled luck. Okay.
No.
So you suffer 2 unrest. Oh my god. What special weird event? I don't even know what Cell's talking about.
That event only applies to the event phase. It's not a permanent modifier on my kingdom, because otherwise I would literally be unplayable if I had a negative 15 to my kingdom stability rolls.
Oh, that's an entirely different thing. That's entirely different. Don't even worry about that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so you fail. That makes me so happy.
Well, it's 2 unrest. It's not that big of a deal.
Sure. It totally doesn't going to stack. All right. After that, you're going to pay your consumption, which is apparently your full consumption is a -3.
Yeah.
That's bullshit. I don't like it. I need to jack that up a little. All right. In the meanwhile, so -3 means nothing happens. You don't pay. You don't earn.
My granary goes up to 3 BP.
Your vacant magic item slots. Do you have any?
Let's see. Fenitaru. Yeah, I do. I have one slot on my temple.
Is that filled with Fox's cutting?
Yeah, it has 2 slots.
Oh, does it?
Yeah, it's a temple.
Okay, so what's the
Not some
other?
schmuck building.
What's the other slot?
I think it's the same type of slot.
Choose somebody to
My
roll a
magic.
D100 for you to see if it's a 100 or higher.
LD.
50 or higher.
Roll me that D100 LD. My numbers are fine.
I don't know if you want to choose LD anymore.
It's fine. He's been rolling really high recently. See?
Okay, do you want to follow through with LD or bounce it? That was Lightning Dragon.
Yeah.
Dude. Oh, LD. I'm sorry. I was thinking Viking. I'm so sorry. Do you want to follow through with LD?
Yeah, LD all the way, okay?
LD,
Let's
give me
go
another
with that.
D100, please, sir.
Let me just it's temple. Pretty sure I get 2. Yeah, I get 2 minor items.
And LD, right after that one, if you can go ahead and roll me a third one. LD's like, bro, I'm in the middle of something. Why are you making me roll?
Well, you know what? He didn't deny it. All right, so that's his L. When do I get to put my people in? Do I have to do Royal Enforcer check before that?
I'd put money on LD's currently playing World of Warcraft, and we're interrupting his raid.
You have to roll
another
again.
one.
Where?
And then
Another one.
And then a third one.
Yeah. LD just not listening.
I'm racing. So 13 is going to be a chest slot. Oh, wait, is this Wondrous?
It's minor. It's a minor item. That's just what it says.
Yeah, okay.
A chest slot. I don't think my kingdom's value is going to be high enough for anything. In that.
Probably not. Let me just look while he's rolling.
Yeah, another one. Another.
The hell's chest? Here's chest. There's one item that is doesn't matter what he rolls because you can't get a vest of surgery. Your kingdom is high enough to handle one item out of the chest slot, and it's the bandages of rapid recovery.
Oh shit! Wait, what did those do? Send me a link.
I'm gonna drop the link inside Twitch chat, and you can
Wait,
read from there.
that sounds sick.
Okay. So, anyways, let's get back to the game. So,
Oh shit, those are cool as hell.
modify unrest. You have to increase unrest for each kingdom set that's a negative number. You don't have any negative numbers.
Yeah.
You are actively at war, which would actually impact most other nations, but doesn't impact yours because you're in Warmonger. You know what I mean? You want to try to use Atelia?
No, I don't think it's worth the.
Come on,
risk of
baby, make the loyalty check.
No, it's not
You
worth
just gotta
the
roll
risk
a
of.
5.
No, it's not worth the risk.
No, you just gotta roll a 5, baby.
I said no. Okay. Not
Come
being pressured.
on. Hey, I don't know, roll a D20 for us just to see what it would have been. In the meanwhile, while he's
it won't.
wimping out, you're assigning
Yeah,
leadership. It's at
yeah.
this point that you can switch your bosses back. Look at that. You could have crushed it.
That's not my role. Want to see what my role would have been? All right, let's roll it.
This officially rolls it.
It would have been fine.
Roll the 2. I'm just kidding. So, anyways,
It wasn't worth it. Okay. The -2 isn't big. It's really minor.
this is where you're assigning your leadership back. If you want to make
Yep,
those adjustments.
Tessel comes back in. Oh wow, my stability is now fucking pumped. Or my loyalty actually. Once it updates. It's not updating. Why is it not updating?
Is your upcoming roll with the -15 or is it the -20?
Well, it stopped at -15.
So last time was a -15?
We've done it 2 times at -15.
Okay.
You stopped increasing it. I asked you explicitly several times.
Don't
And you
worry, I
said,
got
yeah,
you.
no. Okay. So how does consort works? It's half of his charisma, which is 3. Or his charisma score is +3, so
it's
he
a
gets
1.
plus, and then he gets +1 from having 5 ranks in knowledge warlord.
Yeah. Yes.
So yeah, it's a +2 to loyalty.
I believe so. It's loyalty, yeah.
And then he keeps the +5 to stability from being general. I use one of Gorza's tokens, I guess.
Oh,
Or,
yeah. Yeah, for her secretaries. Does she have those?
Wait, I don't think she does. Oh shit.
She may have dipped out before that existed.
Oh well, fuck. That's really bad.
Where's I'm trying to open you up.
Yeah, that's actually like really bad.
Yeah. Yeah, losing Gorza was no small thing.
Oh wait. Well, technically, I might get her back for a week because we're doing the event.
Yeah, she doesn't have those tokens.
Well, shit. Do I just lose her? Nothing I can do about it.
I mean, until you do your event and get her back, you're rolling without her this time. She is vacant as of right now.
Okay, so what is that? So I lose 2 loyalty, and I lose my holiday edict,
There's also another thing that happens too.
and I can't. And I increase my unrest by 1.
These other 2 are like, I hope this shit doesn't happen to me.
Fucking hell. Yeah, it does, Anna. All right, we're reading. All right, so fuck. How do you want to do this, Scott? There's no option to just have nothing on my holiday edicts. Is it? No, it's not.
No. You leave it where it was. Leave it wherever it was. But you lose the benefit. The consumption stays the same. You lose the economy and loyalty. So you take a temporary -1 economy and loyalty. You just apply it to your temp up here.
Well, that feels weird because there's no holidays going on.
Yeah.
Gains,
but the consumption still stays the same because you had already planned it out.
All right. Well, it doesn't really matter at the end of the day. Okay, my consumption's fine. So what? I get what? A negative. So
1 economy, -2 loyalty.
So negative. I'm just gonna put in Gorza's things as the negatives. Okay.
Mm-hmm. I'm just trying to see what happens when one of them just suddenly disappears.
That's the vacancy penalty.
Well, vacancy. So it says this line explains the penalty of kingdom if nobody fills the role. If the leader fails to spend the necessary time to fulfill the responsibility, some roles have no vacancy penalty. If the characters in this role is killed or permanently incapacitated during a turn and is not restored to health by the start of the next kingdom turn, that role counts as vacant for the next turn. After which the replacer can be appointed. Like benefits, most vacancy penalties. If a vacant role lists an increase in unrest, however, that increase does not go away when the role is filled. For example, blah, blah, unrest increases by. So what happens if you're not there? If she's not there?
It just doesn't. It just the vacancy penalty.
Loyalty decreases by. Wait,
I've already done it, Scott. I've done it, Scott. I've mapped it out.
But you also increase unrest by 1. But
I did this.
Okay. Cool.
But it's also not adding Tessel's loyalty to the bonus.
But don't you also have to make a loyalty check?
No, that's if you're switching the.
Oh, that's abdicating. That's abdicating. Yeah, you're good. You're good. All right, cool.
It's not adding the loyalty mods, right?
What do you mean?
Well, it's not. It didn't add my score, Tesla score, the +9.
Are you sure? It looks like it is.
Well, it didn't change when I put the 9 in earlier from the 4.
Change to a 4. Right, change to a 4 right now. Yeah, that's a change.
Huh.
Yeah. It's just because so many other factors happened at once. All right, let's keep going. So let's after that, sir, is going to be you assigned leadership. All leadership roles are correct now, correct?
Yeah.
Now is claim or abandon hexes. This is where it gets fun. How much money do you currently have? You're still 20? Yeah, you're 20. You're still pretty good. Do you want to claim or abandon hexes at the moment? Any hexes you care to claim at the moment?
So, what is it? I have to look. There's a caverns under the leftmost mines. I'll hold off on claiming the caverns right now. I don't think they're necessary.
Give my hex back this turn.
Oh yeah. Can you? How does that work? Can I just give him the hex?
Oh, yeah. You just abdicate that. You just abandon the hex. So it's claim or abandon. So there's actually a rule for abandoning hexes. So if your kingdom's grow, you can only claim hexes. You may abandon a number of hexes to reduce your kingdom's size, which you may choose to manage. Doing so increases unrest by 1 for each hex abandoned.
This shouldn't increase unrest though. This isn't like it isn't even our proper hex. This is not like this situation. I don't. This is not.
No. Listen. Yeah. I get your argument, but you
Got
had
on one today, so
you had You had the warlord of another clan march up outside your city and slaughter a bunch of motherfuckers, go inside your house and slaughter somebody in your house, and you were like, sorry, and gave him back a hex.
Well,
Absolutely, unrest goes up by
no,
one.
I don't think so.
Absolutely, unrest goes up by one.
Do I not get to roll against it? This is fucking stupid.
No, it's the rule is you automatically get an unrest.
If I would have known that I would have had to, I would take an arrest from that. I would have fucking done the royal enforcer, but whatever.
Joey's down there saying, wait, no. Yes, by one. Unrest is fun. It's fun when it starts to build. Listen,
well,
I think
I would have done the royal enforcer if I knew I was gonna get one from Gorza because he did. I forgot about it and shit. But whatever, it's my loss.
I love that you guys are scared. What's his name? Jake has dealt with like 12 unrest before, and he's like, "Why are you complaining about 4? That could be gone around."
Because it's not just 4. It's because I don't have Gorza, so I have a -4, and I don't get my penalties.
I won't lie.
Bonuses.
The lack of Gorza sucks, but don't worry. You're about to have your guy go in there and try to save her. Like this is going to be the moment where you could potentially save her. So
yeah, well, if I have the money for it, all right. Well, it's fine. It's after my combo.
Okay. So the next thing,
I claim a hex. I claim a hex.
Which one?
1 BP this hex.
And which hex are you releasing? Sorry. Is it this one?
Yeah, the Densho one.
Okay, cool. So I literally am just going to delete this.
Yep.
And Densho will claim it on their turn.
Yep.
Okay.
All right.
And Densho, when you claim it, it costs 1 BP to claim, but don't worry, you automatically get the farms. It doesn't cost you a penny. You get all the full functionality and everything back after that. Like you get the road back, you get everything back. So I'm sorry, Sel, you were saying what?
Yeah, take this hex.
Oh, okay, cool. So and there's nothing on it, right? So you get to copy and paste the plain hex. That's not a plain hex. This is.
Did the volcano explode yet, or did the salamander say it's gonna explode any day now? 6 months later, still hasn't exploded.
Hey, listen, it's really genuinely it's dark. We can't even predict earthquakes, let alone volcano explode. Okay.
Oh, but this is like creatures from the planet fire. All right.
Yeah.
Living in the volcano.
Yeah. All right, cool. So you have that one set there. Cool. Awesome. Yeah. Don't forget to change your, I believe your kingdom size stays the same, right? Because you lost 1, gained 1. You just spending 1 BP.
Yep.
Awesome.
My loyalty check sucks. I have a -1 now, I think. Fucking Gorza. All right.
So now let's keep pushing on. After this is going to be build terrain improvements. You can build a maximum of 3 terrain improvements.
I don't need any.
Not in 0. You don't want to build roads or anything?
Fuck you. Yeah, I'll build some fucking roads. How much are they?
I'm not even joking. Like starting to build roads is a good idea.
How much do the roads cost?
Give me 2 seconds and I'll give you that answer.
Well, it's because remember last time you're like, oh, you should build roads when you know what's coming up, a giant fucking worm to get my people there quicker.
All right, so road costs on planes is actually only 1 BP per.
All right.
Which, in my opinion, if you already have one in your capital, right? It already exists there. Totally a road right here is worth it if you're starting to build up towards
we actually don't have a road counted there, but is there supposed to be a road there?
On your capital, let me just double check something on your sheet. Cells.
We have 4 written, but I think
yeah. You actually don't have one in your center. 1, 2, 8. Oh yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4. You don't have one in your capital.
Well, I thought we were supposed to, but maybe we just never marked it because it's on the map. But that's fine. So 3 BP, whatever.
It does feel like you should. This number down here should be a 5. It genuinely does.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
It doesn't change anything for you, so
it might actually.
No, it doesn't because it's fractions.
But we said fraction stack, so there may have been a fraction that this is adding to that makes the fraction.
You are completely correct. Now,
so I build 2 here.
Oh, you go that way. Okay, hold on 1 second. I'm going to.
What else would I do?
Give me 1 second. I want to hold. Bring. Can I click this one?
You want the star out.
No, I'm doing that on purpose. I need the star to come to front. That way the road sits behind it.
So 2 BP.
All right,
17.
cool.
Fact, that's expensive.
So you put 1 here, and you said towards your mountain, 1 here. So that's 2.
Yeah.
Did you want to put 1 up going this way? I don't know if you can see that ping or not. So you're going up towards Clan Skull?
I think I'll work on that later.
So you do not want to do that right now, just the 2 BP for the 2 roads?
Yeah, I need my BP.
Cool. So that's going to change cells. And the only reason I'm asking this is because your road's no longer 5, they're now 7, right? And
Yeah, 8
an
would be
8th
your round
road,
number.
yeah, an 8th is actually a big thing for you. That's the only reason I'm asking. Let's see what 8
Yeah.
actually, I think it gives you a stability.
Yeah, it just rounds up, but I think my stability is
economy.
already. Yeah, I don't think it changes anything though.
Okay.
Because
If
I
you don't
think
want to
the
do
f-
it, don't do it.
I think the fractions basically make it not do anything. But it doesn't matter. I don't need it.
Oh, you know where another good spot for a road would be? Up to your fucking military area right here.
Yeah, but that's what 2 BP or whatever. Or 4?
Hills costs 3.
Yeah, which is why I'm not doing it.
So you might want to leave a note that you might want to do that next turn. So you don't
Yeah,
forget
I'll worry
that.
about it next turn.
Yeah. Well, I mean, leave a note for yourself. All right, cool. After that is going to be, so just 2 terrain improvements. Yay.
Yep.
Now it's buildings.
Oh yes, and did Jorman's skill increase for smithing?
I believe it did. Give me 2 seconds. Where's German? German is, I believe, better.
He's 15 now. Okay.
Yeah,
Well,
yep.
he's 13 for armor. Fuck. I have to redo the math on the armor, but I don't think it's done this week anyway.
So what are you
Okay.
doing?
No, I was just checking how much is on the armor. Another 4 weeks. So 6. Oh, the armor I think is done actually.
Oh,
this week.
sell. Something I think you forgot about.
What?
You gained a hex, so your consumption. Oh, it stayed the same because you lost in gain. Never mind. Ignore me.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Keep going.
Yeah, I think the armor's done this week because of his increase in skill.
Okay.
So my armor's done.
Does he have to roll for it?
No, he has the default. He has the 15. He can take 15s on his check because of his advisor ability.
Oh yeah.
And with his increased skill, I think that might round it out. I might have to do math though. I'll check it later. It doesn't matter.
So he can do that. What? One more time, I think.
No, it's just isn't it a permanent? It's just like for that item you take 15s.
No. It's you can get max skill level, but it recharges. That's what the dash the
That's
3 is.
Not what we talked about last time when we used it.
That's
For the item, he gets to just craft the item at 15 autos.
Oh, it might be for one item, but then again, it takes
Yeah.
3 months to recharge afterwards. So
Yeah.
so once it's done, then he has to start recharging it. That's all. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
All right, moving on. After that is going to be what's up next, sir.
I get to do city improvements.
Yes. So what are you doing for towns?
Yeah, I'm adding. Fuck. I was gonna add. Oh, I can build a free house, but I don't know if I want to spend a BP on it. I probably should. How much is a house?
Houses are what? I think 5 BP. The updated cost for houses is I think 5. Inside the book, the complete ruler or whatever it's called.
It's 4.
4 and
takes
complete
it-
ruler.
Yeah.
Not the PDS. Sorry, not the PFSRD.
Yeah, I'm using ruler.
Then 4.
Yeah. So 4, 6.
Do you want to
4,
build a house somewhere, or do you want to build
10,
something else?
14. How much BP do I have? I'm doing math. for
Oh,
what
you
I
don't
wanna
have a
build.
second town. I thought you did for some reason.
No. 4, 6, 14. Fuck it. All right. Let's hope I roll high on my econ check. I'm spending 14 BP because they can build a free house right at the end of your thing.
Oh, you can do a building and a house. Yes, sir. It's not free.
No,
it's just-
I can do 2 buildings.
correct. And
So
a
I can
house.
Yeah. Yeah. So I'm spending 14 BP.
Okay.
I'm building a house for 4 BP.
Yep.
I'm starting the construction of an academy
Okay.
for 6 BP. And it's
Can you do an academy at the
Yes.
size of your settlement?
Academy's a town.
Oh, wow. Okay.
University is when it gets to city.
And you have 13 filled, so you are a town, right?
Yeah, I have more than 13 filled.
Yeah.
Academy, and I'm starting a theater.
So you want to show me where these are? Where's the academy?
That's a good question. So I think the theater is 2 squares. Let me do theater first.
I imagine theater is tenement and dance hall area, right?
Yeah, that's what I think so, but I need to check how many squares it is.
2, I believe.
I think so as well. Theater, yeah, it's 2 lots. So it's gonna be right in that section.
Okay. How long does it take to build a theater?
6 months, 4 BP per month.
So this is going to be 4 BP 5 month. Okay. So that means that you can go ahead and remove 4 BP right now from you.
I've already You remove my BP.
You're good. What's next?
Next is going to be the academy.
Is that next to the library and the orphanage?
Yes, it is.
Okay. I'm the mentality that you have for your kingdom.
That's what I was putting it. That's what my plan was.
And this is a military academy, right? Just
no,
kidding.
This is an academy.
How much and how long?
It's 6 BP for 6 months.
So 5 remaining months.
I think so. Let me just double check. No, 4 months. 6 BP for 4 months.
So there's 3 remaining months.
Yeah.
Okay.
Theater. They cost the same as the theater, but just it's shorter time for some reason. Eventually, I'm going to build a military academy. Yeah.
And what's the last building?
It's a house.
And where's that going?
Yeah, I need to remember where the sheet is. So this is where the military academy.
You sure it's
would
worth it
be.
getting a house?
It decreases my unrest.
I know, but aren't there other ways to decrease your unrest?
Not that I can build. I think that are cheaper. I can't build anything other than a house to decrease unrest at this moment because of 2 buildings I'm building.
Oh yeah, fair enough. Because your kingdom is only big enough for 2 buildings.
Although I guess a 32 loyalty doesn't change anything.
Honestly, like reducing your unrest by 1 or 2. Yeah, I was like, is it really?
I don't build a house. Fuck it. I don't care.
Yeah, I was like, because you're gonna have to demolish it later. So.
Well, maybe not, but probably would. So just so everyone sees what I'm thinking, okay?
Yeah, they can see it on screen. Yep.
So what I want to do is, I think there's an upgrade to a theater, and I want it to just extend this way to the east side of the town to make it like a long
theater upgrades in the Coliseum, doesn't it?
It might. I haven't looked, but whatever upgrades to, I want it to be like a strip instead of like so it's like a big long part of town to walk through. The academy I want to go down to the temple.
Arena. It upgrades to arena.
So I want the academy to go south to the temple area to be when it's a university, and then the temple to go down to when it gets to a cathedral, and then I'll have a military academy here by the granary and barracks that goes down to.
I'm surprised you didn't build a city wall. You should finish building your walls for protection.
It takes a month, so it won't be finished this turn.
Yeah.
So and theoretically, it won't be in play in time to be useful.
Yeah, fair enough. Fair enough.
I looked at it.
Yeah.
It just won't be in play where it's useful because, I mean, unless we're still doing this next month, but if we are, like,
then there's other issues to worry about, like how much it costs to maintain an army. All right, cool. So you just spent your 11 BP, bringing you down to a whopping 7 left. Let's go to the next part of your kingdom roll.
Oh, it's 10 BP, but yeah.
Now it's our armies, which I believe you already did everything you need to do with your armies, right?
Yep, math's done.
Edicts? Anything that need to be done with the edicts? Any edicts that you're issuing?
No, because we're gonna handle the stuff with Skull next month.
Withdrawing any money for yourself? Depositing anything or selling anything? Go ahead.
Let me just check Tessel's character sheet because I might just like if I have enough money for it. No, I'm not withdrawing anything, but I'm buying the band. Oh, I'm not in town to buy the bandages. Oh, I could have been technically, right?
No. You have to return to it to do it. Yeah.
Well, I don't know they exist yet, so never mind. Shout out Xylomus, okay? Jorman's done with the thing, so he can start crafting Jake's weapon. Assuming it's free.
It is levels of walls instead. Each wall you build makes a wall around the city better. Yeah. Whatever you want to do, Anno, but literally mechanically the way it works is when somebody attacks the town from that direction, it affects the defense of the city. So
although it's a bit silly because why wouldn't you just like go this way and attack that way?
Yeah.
Right?
Well, because it's difficult to maneuver like that. But either way, so you're good. You're good with all that. You're just rolling for taxes.
Yes, everything is done. I'm building some cool things. Oh no. So I don't know. I think this might be an advisor task, Scott. But I want to send word to the fire dancers. I want to try to find them, the magic dudes.
Mm-hmm.
I want to send word. I want to invite them to the festival that's going to be hosted next month for my clan and Tessel's birthday.
Okay. Well, why don't we
that might be advisor task, right?
Yeah. Or... So that'll be after you roll for economy. It's gonna be your event pace.
Yeah, I just want you to know. Let's do this then. I'm not complaining.
That's the next thing being crafted, right? Isn't the next thing being crafted?
Yeah. So I'm assuming it is. Yeah.
The next thing.
I was waiting
it's coming, right?
My armor.
It's coming.
my armor had to be done because it used Jorman's ability. So, all right, and he dropped the FF after that, or you decided to give it to him.
Oh,
So-
just roll your goddamn economy.
Someone is running my fucking armor to me, by the way, Scott. That's happening. Okay, this is important. We're clear on this.
Yeah,
We're
but it's
almost-
not done yet. So
It is done. It's done this turn.
yeah, it's at the end of the month. So I'm just
No.
kidding. Roll your goddamn economy for Christ's sakes.
It's tax collection. Wait, I need to change stats. Give me a second. What's my stats now?
Your economy's a 40.
40? Oh, okay.
That's 40 with
Economy.
31, 41.
Yeah, well, it kind of took a hit. It's no longer 44, boys. 31, 41. Okay. Tax collection, Shadow.
Don't forget, if you're gonna roll luck, you do it beforehand. Okay, he did.
Unlucky. I'm on normal taxes.
Can I win if
Please
it's
roll high.
wisdom my taxes?
Fucking hell.
Uh-huh.
Well, I get 17 BP. No, more than that. 19 BP.
Yeah, you get 14 plus what? 5, right?
Yeah. So
Yeah,
I mean,
'cause it's terrain
it's
improvements.
pretty good BP. So 19 plus 7 is 26. Don't sell my luck. Okay. Don't give sell my luck. Yeah. All right. Events now. Hit me. What happens? Does my nation collapse?
So we're gonna
with this
do
throne?
we're gonna do this one event first. And then it's pretty late. And look at Nick, he's tired. Jake has been sick this whole time. We're gonna have to finish your events to start next week. So why don't we do one event first, and you can choose
The
if you want
worm.
to do the other one first. Oh no, sorry,
worm.
it's 2 events first. One,
Okay.
the worm one, because it's super important. Let's stop holding on to whether or not Gorza dies.
Oh God. I need to check. Joey, please send me the link back to the adventures.
Oh, that's just under events.
Is it okay?
Yeah, I can find that for you.
Yeah. I can't. I always lose it.
It's,
I
it's,
always
it's
can't
right
find it.
here. So adventurers cost this. You ready? You're supposed to pay for it in advance, so sometimes we forget that. If you spend 4, you get a +2. If you spend 8, you get a +5. If you spend 16, you get a +10. The most you're probably willing to do is an 8 for a +5.
Yeah, I think so. I don't have the money for it. Not while we're at war. Thank you for the effort, Joey. So +8. Do I have a winnies?
You do not have a Winifred's wisdom.
Okay.
They kept going
what's
to
the-
Nick and Jake.
What's the what's the DC of the check?
Wasn't it formidable?
I think
Or am I
so.
crazy? Yeah, I think it was formidable. I think it was a DC 23.
Oh fucking hell.
But you guys actually legitimately injured it. That doesn't mean it's easier to hunt the thing. It means if you encounter it, it's easier to actually win. So because you guys actually injured the thing, I mean, I had time to heal it or whatever, but because you actually injured the thing, I'm gonna give you, like Nick did before, a +2. Okay. So
Okay.
so you get a +2 from it being injured. You hired
Oh, God.
adventurers with 8 BP, right? Which is giving you
I
a
am.
+5.
Yeah. That's what you said, right?
Yep. So that gets you a +5. So there's a +7 total. This is a stability check. So there's a 0 there.
Yeah. All right.
Who are you,
Let's do it.
who
I
are you
guess.
rolling with again?
It's Tick Tongue, so he has a +5.
Okay, so that's 7 becomes a +12. That's what Nick was rolling with earlier. So is there anything else? I think it's just a
Yes.
+12 against a DC 23, which is better odds than what Nick rolled against. What's up?
Joey's asking. Yes, I did use the winnies on Skull.
Is there anything else that you can offer with this, or is that done?
I mean, Tick Tongue doesn't get traits or anything.
No, he's
but,
just yeah.
But he is literally like someone that is super fucking good with mines.
Okay. If you roll me a natty 1,
I will fucking jump off of my house, okay? In a video game in Minecraft.
okay, I gotta make it so they can see the roll. So you're rolling 1d20 plus 12 against a DC 23.
It wasn't an easy check. We didn't know it, Joey. It was important. So +12. Fuck. I'm fucked. I'm fucked.
Makes like I can't watch.
+12? 5 + 7. Yep, that's 12.
There you go.
Fuck. That's it.
Against a 23, that means you're currently missing by what, 8?
Did you take the BP off, Scott?
What BP? What do you mean?
The 8?
I did. Yes.
Okay.
Yes. You're currently missing by 8. If you luck it, you could pull out of a critical failure. Maybe.
Yeah.
You can maybe pull out of a critical.
Okay.
Oh, God. I was like, I'm up to fucking eat TikTok too. Oh, God. Oh.
I mean, well, Joey, the problem is I didn't know the check for fucking Skull, and that was more important at the moment than this, and I thought it was going to be fine, but then I had to spend a bunch of fucking BP on shit that I didn't want to. All right. I didn't have enough money for the 16.
I want you to choose somebody in chat. This is an important roll. Choose somebody in chat to roll a D100. You can choose what's good, high or low. Okay.
Oh,
This
I
is
don't
an
want to do
important
it.
roll. I will tell you
this.
this before you choose somebody. Tick Tongue lives.
Okay. Well, Henry lives too, I assume, right?
Sorry, Henry and Tick. Yeah, they live. But this is the important thing. The D100, you get to choose what's good, high or low. So you tell me what's good first, high or low.
Viking, high or low? Which one's good?
So the higher the better. The lower the worse, Viking. Based off what you choose.
Okay,
Yeah.
Viking, which one, high or low? Tell me.
Don't roll it. Just choose. High is good.
High
So
is
the
good.
higher the better. The lower the worst. Because there's a variable here. Now, do you want to choose who's rolling, or do you want Nick to?
Nick, choose who's rolling. I don't want to pick.
I know. That's why I gave the option.
I don't want to pick.
Nick, so
Actually,
I know.
I'll pick. I'll pick. Viking, do it. I believe in you. You're calling back to
Viking, give me a 1. D100, Viking, give me a 1.
I believe in you, Viking.
D100, Viking, give me a 1, baby. Give me a 1, baby.
I bet it's
1. Share with me, guys. 1.
Fucking Viking. Viking, why would you do this to me? You betrayed me.
Oh, that's funny. I was gonna go with LD. LD roll. See what you would have got.
No, don't do this.
Yes, LD, give us that roll, baby.
If LD rolls a 1, I'll be happy.
Oh, wow.
Okay, he would have got worse.
Okay. So with this, we're going to say, Sel.
That was perfect.
Can my
LD.
birthday be gift to be Gorza
Sel,
not dying?
out of your 2 people, who do you think is more strange? Out of Flame Boy or Tick Tongue, who do you think is a little bit more strange of a character?
Probably Tick Tongue. He could like sniff out fucking ores and shit.
Ano,
He's a bit weird.
Ano, roll me a D1000. It's
No,
odd
you
to be Tick Tongue.
motherfucker.
It's odd
You
to be
said
Tick
they all
Tongue.
live. You said they live.
They all live. It's odd to be Tick Tongue.
You don't
It's
lose
odd
an
to be Tick
arm.
Tongue. Okay.
It's odd.
Okay. But Henry Flamebane comes back fine. Rattled, but fine. Okay?
I fucking hate you.
You lose a couple soldiers in there. But again, rattled, but fine. Tick Tongue, however, comes back more than just rattled. Tick Tongue, unfortunately, actually got injected with a little bit of the purple worm poison, and it's going to leave a mark on him. We'll worry about what that mark is later. Gorza was not found. Gorza was never found. And most importantly, the worm still lives in the region.
Of course it does. We're feeding it fresh food.
Had you rolled very high, the worm would have been chased out of the region. But so the worm still lives in this area.
I hate my life.
That mine is still closed. Oh, that mine was closed. Did you grab the one too much BP?
No, it's already factored off.
Was it already turned off?
Oh, it was not. So I lose a BP.
Yeah, you lose 1 BP. Okay, so anyways, yeah. That mine remains closed. Gorza's gone, I guess, for good. Flamebane is perfectly fine. You lose a couple soldiers. And then I'll get back to you about what's his name afterwards. He got hit with a little bit of purple worm poison, survived it, but will be scarred from it. Because purple worm poison is no fucking joke when you don't have magic to counter it. Okay. Oh boy.
You like to torture me, don't you?
Oh yeah. Oh, this is fun. This is absolutely fun. We're gonna.
Well,
Then there's the other roll that I said that you were gonna have to do. So it was the Gorza roll, and then
so what is the building check at -20?
Yeah, it's really check with -20.
You said it stopped at 15
It
last
did
time.
for a bit.
What the fuck? So I'm just gonna do the math, okay?
I just gotta
I
look
don't
through
feel
some
like-
shit real quick while you're doing that.
I'm just gonna roll it. 41 minus. I don't think I can't succeed.
Good. Unless you roll 9 20.
I guess so. All right, plus 21. Ooh. Oh shit! I succeed.
You succeed. Okay. Cool.
I would have liked that roll. Fucking last roll.
All right. There was BP given, but not for this campaign. Okay. That's what I was just checking to see if anybody got BP. So it's not for this
BP
campaign.
given, but not for this campaign.
Yeah. For when I finally do updates for Adir, which will
Okay.
eventually happen. That has not been forgotten. It's just been sadly pushed to the side. It will eventually happen. I swear.
I guess
All right.
I'm making a follower that's gonna take Gorge's place.
Unfortunately, yeah, Gorza is officially gone. It's gonna take time to fill her role or whatever, but that's fine.
Oh, it'll just take a month.
Yeah, listen, I don't know. All right, so now we get to choose, and this is only Nick and Jake get to choose this. Before we worry about the rest of his kingdom rolls, do you want him to get rid of his 75% chance of random roll now, just to get out of the way now, so we don't have to deal with it next week, or do you want to just deal with it next week?
You can do it now.
Yeah, Jake, now or next week?
Yep. Now it's fine.
Okay. So there's a 75% chance that it happens.
76 or higher is good. Snaga roll. All right.
Snyder roll. Okay.
I'm taking like fucking fat L's. Okay, another L.
All right. Is Snaga going to stick through with the rolls?
No,
or-
Anno, do it. Roll
All
me a D100. All right, you cringe lord.
Cringe Lord, Anno, and to call out who's after Anno. 56 is a beneficial settlement one. You only have one settlement, so we know who it is. Yay.
Steve, roll me. Thank you, Anno. Look, you've only killed my advisor and scarred my other one. The least you could do for me, buddy.
62. 62 is a pilgrimage.
That's good. We're actually like kind of religious. This fits.
Randomly select one settlement with a cathedral, shrine, or temple. You have one. Pious
Yeah.
religious folk journey to your settlement, holding a religious festival on that settlement at no BP cost to you.
Okay.
Bro, that's amazing.
That's great, dude. That's fantastic.
You were already planning on doing one, and now it's free.
Well, no, it's this month, right? So I have to do one next month anyway.
No, we'll say that it takes place when that takes place because they were going to make it so it makes sense story wise.
Yeah, I guess the festival wouldn't.
Yeah,
really
so we'll have
happen
the festival take place next month, and you get the full
I guess-
benefit of it without you having to pay for it.
Yeah, I guess I gotta make a monument for Gorza because I told myself I would do it if she was dead.
Bro, they're Fremen. They're Fremen. It's the festival of Fremen. Oh, the maker. I saw this
Do
one
wait,
just-
do we
oh my
hear
God.
about the martyr or the martyr now? Did people tell me about the martyr?
Did it already happen?
No, I've never learned about the martyr.
No, I don't think she rose yet.
Fuck.
So-
I just want
All
to
right.
know about her. She's a great god.
All right, cool. We're going to end the session here where we still have the rest of your event rolls to go for at the beginning of next session. There's like 2 left, I think. And then you're officially done for your thing. You can drop your chance from 75 back down to 25% chance of there being a random event. Okay. And we're going to
Yeah.
finish here. Next session, we'll start up with your, I think it's 2 event rolls that you have to deal with. And then you're good. We're going to move on to the rest of the actual story stuff happening. There might be a random event of his kingdom being the one that gets attacked, but we'll worry about that later on, won't we? I don't know. We'll figure it out. So, I had fun this session. That was some good stuff. So,
Fucking hell, dude. All right. Well,
we're
Mara's on
going
at
to
least.
finish this up because poor Jake is exhausted and it looks like his son needs a little bit of help at the moment. So we're going to finish this up. Nick looks exhausted. He has to work tomorrow. So we're going to let Nick go. I have 3 bosses showing up at my job tomorrow. So that's going to be fun for me. So at least I'm going to be in a good mood no matter what happens. And then, Sel, anything you want to say before we bounce out of here?
Wednesday night at 8:30 p.m. at twitch.tv/the Dracovanian Empire. We're playing Skulls and Shackles, Pirate, a adventure path for Pathfinder. It's cool. I might stream sometime around Thursday. I don't know. It depends on if I have any other tests to do. Yes, happy birthday, me.
Oh yeah, happy birthday. Next week
I
we'll
guess
give
it's
you
severed.
next week because this took so long. Next week we'll give you your birthday gift. Okay, it'll come when you get your armor next week. Okay, promise.
Cool.
Seriously.
All right.
All jokes aside.
I'm excited for it. Maybe I'll
Um,
get a magic weapon.
And twitch.tv/Lost Initiative, Wednesday night, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. You know the schedule for this channel. It's totally accurate down below, I swear. Don't look. And then 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, twitch.tv/ZER0DOXY. There's like 2 sessions left, but we're not playing next week because it's Thanksgiving. So this Thursday and the Thursday after Thanksgiving. Let's get out of here, boys. A couple people want to go to bed. Good night, everybody. Thank you so much for coming by, causing this chaos. I still have to figure out this mess. Who we rating? Who we rating? Raid. Oh, no, that's the wrong button. I created a clip, I guess, by accident.
Oh, shit. We had to change out a fucking role. Jordan wasn't supposed to be in the position anymore.
German's still supposed to be in the position.
No, Lenny's supposed to take it.
No, because he didn't abdicate. He did not abdicate yet. You're going to want to do that when you're not in the middle of war in case things go sideways.
That's also fair.
Yeah.
That's fair.
All right,
Okay.
cool. Bye, everybody. Let's go raid our friend. Bye-bye.